Discount
Hey,
Aquaman.
it's
That's
another Saturday night.
eerie.
Welcome to the GrimDark. We're back.
Oh
Oh my
shit! Hey,
gosh.
internet. I
Hello,
gotta get
Grimdark.
into. I gotta get into fantasy grounds.
Hello, Grimdark
So,
fans.
glad to be back. So, how was Japan,
Do we have
Brandon?
those?
Oh shit! That's no.
That's
You
a
can't
loaded
distill that
question.
down into one question.
Yep, that's how it is.
I spent 2 weeks there, and everywhere I went, it was like I saw 3 cool things, and I missed 100 cool things.
Tell us, give us a rundown of every 3 days then in one sentence.
Oh shit! Tokyo.
Under 10 words.
Tokyo. Way too many things going on. Really cool vibes everywhere you go. Slightly different. Kanazawa. Very old stuff. Way better than Kyoto. Kyoto. Osaka. Very cool food. Very cool food district vibes. Hiroshima. Lots of guilt. Also really, really pretty.
Man, you went everywhere.
And
That's for 2 weeks.
Oh,
You better have gone everywhere.
Hakone. If you go to Japan, go to Hakone and get a ryokan. Like, go to one of those like old style inns that have the hot springs up in the mountains. Fucking, we took a train out of Tokyo and then got on a smaller train that got close and then got on an old ass train that did like backwards switchbacks through the mountains to get to where we actually needed to go, and then hopped on a bus with like 10 other people and wound through the mountains, and then we're at our hotel, and that was the best night. Like, yeah, go to a ryokan in Hakone. I will just that's my like pitch. If you're gonna go to Japan, do that. Everything else, yeah, go wherever.
Cool.
And
I would love to go.
Cool.
I don't know that I'll ever get to go, but I would love to visit
it was
there.
awesome. I got
I'll take you.
chopsticks, I got Pokemon cards, I got Magic cards, I got stuff for my kids, I got a knife for myself that is like carbon blue steel, and I talked to the guy who forged the knife. I'm happy. Anyway, I'm
And
back.
You got me some chopsticks.
Yeah, I said that first.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Anyway,
Yeah, it was funny because we're sitting there. My kids were my middle child and her boyfriend were over, and we're talking about stuff, and they were like, "Oh, one of our new friends is like big time Pokemon and blah blah and all this." And the last major pack that released, my daughter pulled one of the super rares. I mean, out of the box was $100 or something, and they were talking about it. I'm like, "Oh shit, I got a buddy in Japan right now. Maybe he can get some of their stuff." So he was cool enough to grab a couple of packs for them.
I learned that the pack they wanted, I learned after like a week of searching, nobody's selling those packs anymore. That was a limited run. And so the boxes are super expensive.
All right.
But you can also pull some really rare cards, and then they had
there's
tables.
one of them that just followed me. Thank you, Ethan.
They have tables at the card shops where after you've bought a pack or a box, they will sit down with you and do the math on what you just unboxed and tell you what it's worth. Like, they'll buy it back right there. Like, that blew my mind.
They will try to scam your ass right then and there.
Yeah, okay, fair. But it was, I mean, dude, that was... I'm still unpacking everything that happened over the last 2 weeks. So if anybody gets a chance to go for any length of time, that is a really cool country to go visit. And it's really, really easy to traverse. Like, I have Japanese language skills, but my girlfriend has none. And both of us were able to understand Google Maps would tell you which train to get on, which station to get on it at, which car on the train to get on. Like, it's so easy to navigate.
Very cool. Should have brought us all katanas and wakizashis and kantos back. We could start our own clan.
I did get to record a video with a what's the word? He does stunt acting as a bad guy in samurai videos. We went for
That's awesome.
a 1 hour samurai class. So we basically did Iaido training, like learning how to do the basic like sword skills. And then he was telling us that his background is in cinema there in Kyoto. And so some of the like big name actors will come in from Tokyo and film some of their samurai fights for these movies. And he's one of the people that plays like the standard bad guy. And so he gave like the whole like tourist package. But he's like, hey, if you want to set up your phone camera, I will record like a 30-second fight after I've trained you how to do this. I will come in as the bad guy and you get to walk through as like the hero and then fight me, and then I will die very dramatically in front of the camera. So
that's cool.
I've got a recording of that.
That is real cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
So while you were gone, we played some Walking Dead, and then the weekend
I was
after
the
that,
child who had cigarettes, and then I died. It was awesome.
I was hoping at least one person would die in The Walking Dead.
Oh, everybody died. Kelsto joined us. He was a special guest, and
I didn't die.
Oh, that's right. You and who else ran off?
You did.
I also
Jack
guy.
Yeah, so you and Jack ran off where Kelsto and Nick killed each other kind of at the same time. Well, Nick killed Kelsto, but Nick's gun backfired as he did it, and he killed himself.
Oh, Lord.
It was rough.
That's Excel.
I only got to smoke one cigarette as a 13-year-old child. Game sucked.
It's also
playing the game as a 13-year-old child. It was going to suck.
Well, that's also like the first time I've run it or played it, so I'm sure there was like, oh yeah, I did that wrong. Which I did. I'd reading through it some more. I'm like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done it that way. Should have done it this way. But I don't know. We did it, and then we had a surprise Tuesday night game last Saturday. So Kelso ran that one. And here we are again. So does anybody remember 3 weeks ago where we ended?
Someone was waking up.
Huh?
Who could that be?
There's the Sirenscape if y'all wanted to use it. Kick off some sounds.
Nick, am I the only one on cam, or are you coming in?
Oh, yep, I'm here.
I told Nick, I don't know if you read Discord that you were off. I didn't know if you were still doing something or not.
Where's the Sirenscape?
Yep, no, I'm here.
I just posted the link.
I swap it over to Moose just so it's easier for you to see who's who when you assign it all.
Yeah, so y'all had made your way to Castle Grishnak, had a meal with the Count, discussed things, and you went up to the good doctor's laboratory where you finished up the final pieces. He basically took the rod that you had brought back from the Bat Cave, where you had killed it and let it absorb the blood of this creature, and he used it to replace part of Cleo's spine. And then you went up to the rooftops as storms were gathering, very Frankenstein-esque. You had a couple of Tesla coils and stuff going off as Cleo's laid out on this table about a 45-degree angle. And Sock was asked to lend his assistance using his abilities, and was channeling lightning coming down, and the last check was a critical success. But
of course it was.
Yeah, it worked out great because you're the chosen of chaos, right?
It's true.
Hey, welcome, Marcus. And not only that, is the clouds were building up. You saw looked like demonic faces in them as the lighting was flashing, and as everything was kind of blown. Everyone was blown back, especially Sock, from the explosion. Everybody stopped and wait. You're waiting and looking, and nothing seemed to happen. And just as everybody's hearts kind of sinking that this was a failure, and the doctor not understanding, and the Count admitting that this was only a slight chance anyway, and was a beginning to apologize that the experiment didn't work. The camera pans over Cleo's face, and the eyes flash open, and that's where we ended. So as we pick up Cleo, your eyes open, and you're staring at a stormy sky on top of what you guess you see parapets, maybe a castle of some kind, but you are definitely up higher. You're not in the city. You see your friends standing off 10, 15 foot away as you kind of look around. Between the flashes of lightning, of course, trying to adjust your vision. You see them in the light that's there, but even past them a little bit, you see it's almost like things are in black and white before it finally, the distance makes it turn to that darkness that you can't see into of the night. But it's a very odd thing, from the gray of the stone by your friends to where 10, 15 foot behind them, it almost looks just black and white. So that's kind of messing with your vision a little bit.
Hey, why the fuck does my back hurt?
Holy fucking shit.
We had to get you a new one.
No fucking way.
The old one wasn't working out so much anymore.
Are they actually talking right now?
Were we in the haunted house?
A while ago.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Of course,
Getting pranked.
now you're saying this, you're not hearing them. You're still deaf.
I can read their lips.
Just making sure.
Yeah, but no, that's how I've been playing it. As long as they're facing me, I can read their lips.
Yeah, my lips are dramatically loud.
Could you turn your lips down for a second?
Sorry.
The Count's fetch him something. And he rushes the doctor off. Get something, because Cleo still at this point is just full nude, laid out on this table.
Okay, I'm definitely getting pranked.
Yeah, and it's the cold is seeping in. Of course, you still feel that cold. And after just a 30, 45 seconds, the doctor comes running up with like a sheet and a blanket for you to wrap up in. Here, and he looks back at the Count like, it worked. It worked. He looks just super excited and happy. And the Count's just like kind of nodding. You did it. Then he steps back to the Count and kind of gives y'all space.
How do you feel, Cleo?
My back hurts. Where
Oh,
are we? Where
I
the fuck's
expect
my
a little
dog?
more.
And say now your last memory is being torn in half, and that's part of that insanity you rolled before we started. Those memories are still with you. You were torn in half. You felt it.
Like, yeah, I got better. Okay, cool.
I got better.
Thanks, Sock. That's kind of impressive.
You owe me so much money. I had to go to a lot of trouble to do this.
He owes us all money. He had a really bad negotiation a couple days ago.
You don't know about that.
Like it's some sort of secret.
Matt smacks a fucking beaker off the table.
Yeah, screw the rest of these guys. I whistle for my dog. Where is my girl?
As you do that, like bounding like from behind everybody. Scab just comes running and like almost knocks you off the table. But as soon as he gets there, he starts to lick your face. Then she stops and like,
What's wrong,
she's
girl?
like sniffing all over you, like the hackles of her neck come up, kind of backs, leans away from you a little bit, sniffs. You hear just a slight throat growl.
Hey, what did you guys do to me?
Well,
And the
you're back in the
hackles.
land of the living rather than the land of the dead.
Do you want the long story or the short story?
As you're talking, the hackles lower and the ears drop and starts licking your face.
It's okay, baby girl. Come get some rubs. Come get some rubs.
Uppies.
DM knows exactly where to twist the knife.
Brandon, you were like, oh shit.
So, we good?
Are you?
Who took my pants off?
Not
The
me.
gator.
He's not wrong.
The what? The what? Sorry, I must have missed what you said. What did you say?
You don't remember the end?
The thing that bit you in half took your pants off, literally.
Oh,
I just assume that's what happened.
Well, I mean, technically, it, like, just separated the top half of the body from the bottom half, which I guess is technically taking the pants off if you think about it.
That's the joke.
I'm really confused.
Well, you've been dead for weeks, so
He's exaggerating, right? You can't fix dead people.
if you could see your spine right now.
What did you do to my back? Is that why it hurts?
Leo.
Is there a mirror in here?
No, you're on the roof of the castle. Y'all are outside still.
Clear. Can we get you inside?
We might need a mirror.
Are there pants inside?
There are pants inside.
There's food inside too.
Yeah,
sure.
you must be famished. Come, let's get you food.
It has been a while since you've had something to eat.
You're extremely thirsty, also.
Of course.
Yeah,
You're extremely thirsty, and you have a craving for raw meat.
Yummy.
And
Yeah,
dicks.
let's get some snack.
Living people.
They take you back down. You go through the laboratory, the doctor's laboratory. Chloe, you see like it's very clean, but there are various human body parts laid out on tables. Some of them missing. All the cuts are very clean. There's nothing jagged or nasty about it. This is very organized, very well kept, but there are human body parts laid out upon tables. As you leave
Yeah,
there,
I'm just kind of staring bug-eyed at everything.
As you come down from there, again, you're descending a spiral staircase and pass through the room that had the two statues in it on left and right. As you pass through, that look like semblances to the Count, but with some differences, and then back into a room that looks like it's basically his personal banquet area. Please sit. And he rushes a servant off, bring food and drink, which this is maybe 2 hours ago y'all ate. So this is, you just bring enough for Cleo. Short order, they return in probably 15 minutes. And the Count goes over to a cupboard. It's in there, opens it up, pours a flagon. Here, drink.
I will drink.
It is one of the most refreshing things you have ever tasted. It just you feel all your warmth just courses through your body from the chill you felt outside. You didn't realize how cold you were until you drank and feel
That's some
this
good
it
stuff.
just going down your throat into your stomach and everything, just spreading through your body.
I'm watching to see if it starts spurting out like at her hips. I'm sorry, at his hips. Or,
There's a scene
anywhere
that was
else.
messed up, and it just starts dribbling it now. Hang on. Where's my rolls? Everybody except Leo.
This whole time, Sock has been looking intently for any hint of like demonic possession or chaos taint. He understands that there's probably going to be some level of chaos taint here.
I'm a completely normal, regular boy. What do you mean?
With a magical artifact shoved in your friggin' spine.
Reggie,
Oh,
you
we've all
haven't
done
rolled
that.
yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. Other than being naked, the fact that you know he's been dead for weeks, months now, actually. In real life time, I was looking Friday night, and Friday was 5 months on the nose since the character died in game. 5 months of our real lifetime. It was 4/15. So you're not picking up
real
any,
lifetime.
Yeah, real lifetime, like us playing.
Okay. I'm like, no, it was not that long, right?
No, in-game time. I'm trying this. I need to look whenever. Let me see the calendar. I know I had it marked. I just have to.
I'm
look through
guessing
here.
like a month.
It's probably about a month. Other than he should not be standing here talking to you, drinking and eating. You get no vibe of any. If you focus, you don't need to make a check on it because you already know there's something there. You sense that vibe because that rod is inside him now. So there isn't a magic emanation. And just knowing the fact that he should not be alive, there's something there, but you're not picking up like warp fuckery.
Okay.
I'm skeptical, but he passed the dog test. So I think I'm going to go with it. Leo, what do you remember from,
How long do you think it's been?
I'm sure we all have a lot of questions, but perhaps we should be more cheery about this for now.
I disagree.
Fine, whatever.
You what?
Yeah, what? It's been like a couple days, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what? Oren, you take this one.
Oren, why is my dog wearing armor?
Well, you see,
You don't think it's cool?
I mean, it's cool, but it seems a little impractical.
we
Saved your dog's life.
really wanted to make sure that you two would see each other again.
Okay.
After you got killed, dead.
Really did.
Okay, you guys keep saying dead. I find that a little hard to believe.
You
Hold on a second. I just start signing to Cleo.
So, why?
Why what?
Why am I here?
Well, if
I mean, I'm grateful, but like, what the fuck, you guys? You can't just.
we were
I mean,
gonna
I guess you can, but like,
were
what
gonna
the fuck?
bury you, but
Burn.
the Count sort of took your body. Sort of. And well, he told us that there might be a shot at bringing you back.
We didn't want to say no. Somebody told us there was a chance to say yes. That's all I needed to know.
Well, thank you. I suppose I'll try not to get ripped in half again. If it means anything.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, because I don't know when we're gonna find another one of those bat creatures. So
What did you stick up my ass? What the hell?
it's in your back.
What the?
It's your spine wasn't completely intact, and it turns out that's the little bit more delicate
Oh,
part
you
of you.
you can resurrect a man, but you can't fix his one little injury. That no.
Well, you gotta
that's-
go find another spine that fits yours perfectly. How about that?
I'm calling BS.
Fixing deafness, fixing death.
Yeah, Cleo, you're.
I'm really not feeling like we're really not feeling the gratitude here. All Cleo's done since he came back is complain.
Hey, listen, Count. Can we get a mirror for our friend here?
Oh, no, dude, don't
Our
make me,
dear
don't make me
friend.
look at it. You're
Oh.
gonna make me look at it.
And why would you need one?
I don't think Cleo quite realizes everything.
Let me see if the doctor has something.
Is there one in a room? A little hand one, maybe?
I have a steel mirror. I can pull it out of my backpack.
Not locally. Typically, has such a large castle as this don't have such because it makes the room seem even larger. It's a lonely.
I've got one.
place.
Really now?
The doctor may have
No.
something.
I have pulled one out of my backpack based on my inventory list.
I've never heard that before.
It's
He seems
I'm
full of
gonna
shit,
hand-
Moose. It seems
I'm
like
gonna
a bullshit
hand
answer.
you. I'm handing you a mirror, Orin, because it's in my backpack.
Yeah, great. I take the mirror. What the fuck is happening in my back?
I'll get you more drink, and I'll be right back. He leaves the room.
that man is full of shit.
I mean, you probably have stitches running up and down your body.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds. I mean, definitely around the entire torso, up from crotch to neck.
Can I get a look at what they did to my back?
Now, well, you don't see anything on your back. Well, it's kind of hard to see there. You've got the stitches that run basically around your midsection, and then where you were open, the rod was basically inserted through the stomach and chest cavity, and then sewn you back up.
They went the long way.
Did you watch them pull my guts out and move them around, put the stick in there?
No.
Specifically avoided that. Actually.
Thank God.
Yeah, we were in the room when he did it. Unless
I looked away.
Unless you
but I'm just going to tell Cleo no.
Moose will not lie to you, Cleo.
Roll me.
Yes, I saw everything.
If anybody that wants to, roll me a history check.
Listen, all I'm going to say is no one needs to know my guts that intimately.
-2.
That's a little embarrassing.
That kind of purple?
Well, they were.
No, I didn't look. I was like,
yeah.
I looked away.
But you had the opportunity to look, is what you're saying.
I did, and I didn't take it.
I recall lots of red. That's about it.
That's great news.
Now, Max, you remember that the rod was, if she's mentioning moving my guts around, you're like, no, I didn't move guts around because he put it in and then he had the intestines and all the innards in a jar basically and then carefully put them inside after doing the rod. But they weren't in there to begin with.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
So I guess that it's been a couple days. I take it it's been maybe a little more than that from what I'm sensing here.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I mean, the world's mostly stayed the same. Nothing crazy. I just killed a honeyman and saved some women from some weird prison thing going on over there on that island. And
yeah, you don't know what he's talking about, Cleo.
Oh, damn! It's really been that long. Holy shit!
It's been that long.
All right.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Baron. Welcome. Hope you all had a great game.
Shit, raid. Hello, Internet.
Nothing wrong with a little do-gooding, I suppose.
Leo.
Yeah, bud.
Do you remember what happened when things went dark?
Oh, you mean getting bisected? Yeah, no, that was fun.
I mean, going out. Like, do you remember the transition? Did you get any kind of? I mean, I got questions.
Like, did I go to heaven? Is what you're asking? No, I didn't go to heaven.
I was gonna ask where you went.
What do you remember?
DM, I take it I recall getting
make up whatever you
cut
want.
in half and then waking up. Okay, yeah. It was the weirdest thing. I saw so dark for so long, but I feel like I saw something and I looked in places that I really shouldn't. I'm bullshitting you, Reggie. I'm so sorry. You have such a trusting look on your face right now. No, I just it was dark. That was it.
Fuck. I mean, okay. You know what? Points to you. You took the opportunity. I like it. Fuck, you really like there was nothing. You went out and then you came back?
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
I've studied so many civilizations that are all dead. And they all had these big stories about where they went and what happened and everything. And I've got someone right here who went and came back.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. Shit, and it's nothing. You know what? I'm good here. I'm gonna go digest this, but yeah. I'll keep it to myself.
After a little bit, the count returns with some more drink. Would anybody care for wine?
Naturally, of course.
I could use another.
Yeah,
Mine's
sure.
a little... You have any ale?
We do, but I did not bring any with me.
Mm.
He sets a decanter down and in front of the glasses for y'all. He's like, please help yourself. And then he goes and refills your glass, Cleo.
Thanks for putting me back together, Mr. Count.
Mr.
It was not
Count?
me.
Mr. Count?
Mr.
You
Count.
You have the
I'm
good
not
doctor
Mr.
to
Count.
do
That was my father.
Please call me Leo now. Unfortunately, it was the only thing I did was research. The good doctor put you together. It looked like he did quite an exquisite job.
Gotta be a hell of a good doctor to pull off what he did, but sure, I'll take it.
Hey, Count.
Yes.
What did we just bring back? You talk about doing your research, right? I've never seen this before.
Neither have I.
Okay, well, you've done all of the, diving through the libraries and such. Are
And
we waiting for something weird to happen? Is this gonna just be fine? Like, what the hell?
that I cannot answer. There was nothing stating the ability if it worked and how it would work afterwards. This was just the theories and speculations on what must be done to even attempt to achieve such a thing. So, life expectancy, quirks, misbehaviors. I have no idea. It would be very interesting to document, though, to have such an account. Perhaps looks at you, Cleo. Perhaps could write a biography of such for the rest of your life to entreat to future scholars.
Yeah, you know what? I've always wanted to start a journal.
Wait, he's just gonna name drop length of survivability, like it's a random wait, how long does this actually last? Well, I was assuming, back to life, but now you're saying it's a limited thing?
I have no idea. This is
We went
never
and
been
fought
done
a fucking
successfully
bat
that I can find out.
creature. Like, I basically volunteered to die.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty big, Reggie. Thanks for that.
Yeah, sure, you got it. I'm glad you're back. What the fuck?
You know what, Reggie? This is the first time I've ever
Come back from the dead? Yeah.
You're the
been
first
through
person
this.
ever.
If
Yeah,
I
that's
notice
technically
any
a thing
like
that happens.
flesh falling off or tentacles growing, you'll be the first to know. Okay? Does that sound bad?
You know what? I just want to. I want to. Latch in just a bit more. Shit. What's the word I'm looking for? Confidence. We went through hell twice, and we came back with like things from the end of the earth. I don't want to think about how we got them. We brought them back. You did your thing. Cleo's here. That's awesome. I really love it. But now you're saying, oh, we don't really know how long it's going to last. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm sorry. Like, yes, your lordship, whatever. We're here. I'm going to give you all the deference you need. I will kneel down. But that's our friend. And now you're saying, "Meh?"
Well, excuse me for the inconvenience of not having that knowledge to share or the knowledge to answer the way you wish. I'm sorry your friend has been returned to you when it should not have happened at all. I'm sorry for the hospitality I've shown you. I'm sorry to have angered you. For things
Don't worry
beyond
about
my
it, Mr.
control or
Count.
knowledge.
Yeah, Reggie, this seems a bit unprecedented. We'll figure it out. Okay, bud?
Sorry. You know what? He's just gonna take a couple steps backwards and put his hands behind his hips. You helped us a great deal. I think I'm just not haven't figured out what all's going on yet. Friends alive.
I'm sure this is a
I'm
lot
just
to
gonna
take
I'm just gonna
in.
walk
Believe
away.
me,
Yeah.
I'm amazed and then bewildered myself that through esoteric texts that were just fragments of information that such could even be accomplished. I don't know that such, as again, has ever happened. That's why I have no information, and I'm sure it's difficult to process.
So who recorded the texts?
But be thankful your friend is back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just like,
That was, I just heard the thing you said. I don't know if you said anything before that.
no, not for a while, but like 3 people talked over me, so I just quit after a bit.
No, that's the first I've heard you say anything.
Well, yeah, because I stopped for like 20 minutes. Yeah, then if this was something new, then who wrote the texts?
Something new is in being successful. The texts are ancient. I don't know who wrote them. They were not documented with written by. No prefaces or glossaries. They were old pieces of scripts and scrolls.
I wonder why they would record their research if it was a failure.
In hopes that maybe, like any research, that you can use past knowledge to build upon.
Perhaps.
Yeah, Scott, are you for real? If people posted like only research that was successful,
I feel like the art of resurrection is a little different when it comes to that. Especially, like, people post their research all the time, and it's usually good research, but it's usually not conspiracy theory, I brought a man back to life territory.
we live in different times here.
I love that the person brought back to life is telling you, "Hey, are you for real?"
I think that
No,
was
she
the
says, "Hey,
player.
Scott, that's not me." I'm Sock.
I know. It was just it was a good light up.
As someone who does research proven false is still good research. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm just gonna count my blessings here. Mr. Count, if you need me to like every couple months do some tests for your whatever project, I can swing by.
I mean, I'm sure the doctor would like to check to make sure everything is okay. physically. You may need some rehabilitation. My houseman can. He is adept in martial abilities. He can help train you and help you exercise if you wish.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little stiff. Maybe.
I'm
Might
sure that
take
we'll
you
take.
up
You
on
are
that.
welcome to stay here as long as you need, or you may. Your group, if you are uncomfortable in the castle, as it is again a very, very large and lonely place. You can stay at my townhome if you wish.
It's very generous of you. Thank you. Well, I take it you brigands don't really have a plan for what to go after next, so I'm gonna probably stick around a couple days, make sure I'm not gonna fall apart. If that's all right with you guys.
You know, we spent the last 2 weeks trying to put you back together, so you know that sounds like a good plan. Make sure you don't fall apart.
Yeah, gives us a chance to drink some more good ale as well.
So you will be staying here.
I assume we meant in the town, not here at the castle.
Oh, very well.
Yeah. Hey Cleo, look at what Reggie bought me, and I'm gonna show her one of my birdcage souvenir mugs, or show him. Sorry.
Wow, that's really sick. That's really cool, Moose.
I did not, by the way, kill your dog with alcohol. I'm just helping build up her tolerance.
Yeah,
She's doing excellent.
She appears to be alive still. That's great. I like
Big ups.
I
You
like
do
the
see
armor.
new scars on her, though.
You've been getting my dog into trouble? Shy.
That's why we bought the armor, idiot.
I'm pretty sure your dog's been getting us into trouble.
Yeah.
That true, Scab? Is that true? I don't know.
Shit.
She's far too innocent. She would never.
Deception roll, but the dog gives it away. Hey, quick question. How often do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
Daily.
Random question.
Like
Not
5
super
times
often.
a day.
Unrelated, huh?
Yeah.
The latest
Why do you
meme
ask?
going around.
I think about Troy a lot more, actually.
Well, it's not on that topic. While it's not daily, once in a while when a subject comes up and you think about like, wow, these sewers don't fucking work, but the aqueducts that the Romans built, you know how well that stuff was, and then yeah, it comes up. It's not a daily
they
occurrence.
also had
Yeah.
the aqueducts had their own problems. There was a little bit of detritus in there.
And the best is how they had better roads than us now.
Mm-hmm. I
Anyway.
spent a few years growing up in the South, and so I remember all the houses that had columns, and I'm like, shit. I remember looking at all those going, that's Doric.
You say they had better roads than us. I'd like to see how the roads handle actual semis. Let's see how good they are in a couple of days.
Yeah, I would be curious to see that as well. In fact, I had that thought today. I was on I-75 going south, and I got off, and they've been doing construction on the side road for literally like over a year, and they haven't fucking done a thing. And I just passing in my mind, I'm like, Romans would have already had this done by now.
I'm done sidelining us.
No, you're not.
Nope, that's it. That's all I got.
Till the next one.
What?
What?
Yes, the glory of Rome is forever. So, Cleo, are you going to be heading back into town with them, or are you staying out here?
Um, I'll head back to town with them. I think for the next probably day or two, I'll go back to the castle just to check in with the doctor, make sure. I guess just get any info from him that I may need going forward. Make sure
Now,
my bones are all in the right place, rotated in the
you weren't
correct
here for the trip.
orientation.
It takes his carriage takes you about 2 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, hell no. I'm gonna stick around the castle for like 2 days.
Now you could jump straight off the edge down into the lake below and get there much quicker, but the path to get there is a bit more winding.
Yeah, let's I'm gonna stick around for a day.
Haley introduces you to basically your physical therapist.
Excellent.
And we'll use this as because of some of the changes you made up with the bends and the twisting and the exercising and getting your arms in sync again. You spent a lot more time working on martial training, and that's where you change from archery to duel. So as long as you've got the using one weapon only, you get that +2 damage.
Who knew? All it took was a little physical therapy to.
Yep, just some physical
change
therapy,
weapon
and now
styles.
you're not as good with your bow. And being dead, that helped too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else at this now, are you gonna? Is everyone's waiting, or y'all just heading back to town, and then she'll rejoin, or he'll rejoin you later?
I mean, I'm happy to wait.
Suppose I could wait.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stick around a day.
Okay. He provides rooms for you. And he's correct. The castle feels very lonely. It's very quiet. Other than a few servants, the count and the doctor, and this guy that actually, you think about it, you've not heard this dude's name mentioned. He's the same one that you saw when you came in, Reggie, that you gave Thieves' Cant to. The gentleman in black leathers, long black hair.
Oh. Shit, that was a long time.
Kind of boring. Now, Sock, you probably really enjoy the Count's library. There is tons of different histories of the area, many different types of like wives' tale books and fairy tales, basically. There's sections on law, sections on fiefdoms, agricultural management, stuff like running a barony and stuff that are, you, if you're interested, would find that of import. Otherwise, may be boring to you. But a very well stocked and diverse library. Everybody else is, in all honesty, kind of bored. During your trainings, Cleo, when you're having dinner, sometimes one-on-one with the Count, he it's like this was amongst you. Do not have your other possessions. Your friend said they were not needed, and honestly, not knowing if this experiment would even work, they were left and given away to charity in town. But I figured this looked like it may have been important to you. And he sits down. It's a little figurine of like a dog. Looks like a mastiff. Looks like it's made of onyx. This was amongst your possessions. And seeing as you have an affinity for animals, I figured you'd want this.
Did I have this before?
Yes, it was in your inventory.
Okay. I don't remember where I got that. Yeah, thanks. That's an old family relic.
Now I forgot where you found it. It was treasure in something. I don't remember where. Because I was looking through your inventory when I was moving stuff over to the new character sheet. I'm like,
I remember that
was
an early treasure.
Where did you come about this?
I can't recall.
Memory's fuzzy before the chomp.
Well, fuzzy. It's been approximately 5 months since I've been alive.
Well, it's very got an interesting properties. I've read of such, but I've never seen one. You
Wait, you're
used
saying it's
it?
like magic or something? No, no, no.
You could say such. And
I had this pack of, I think it was Bakwano. That Sock told me it cursed me, so I'd never really used it, anything like that before.
Yes,
No.
your companions wanted me to get rid of that.
Oh yeah, that's probably for the best.
They did not want it. Yes, this is special.
Let's not tell her about the place where we can remove the curse.
If you you have to spend time with holding this statuette and think upon it. And not everyone believes this, but I believe that animals, when they come into your life, they will let you know their name. That we do not name them; they will tell us. It's kind of like that. That the name will come to you. The name of this dog, and if you call upon it, it will appear. But only so many times before it will no longer heed your call.
Well, I wasn't really too sure about the whole magic stuff before I met Sock and the others, but I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for telling me.
Things like this are rare. There you go. I identified it in your backpack.
A little boy. Doggy. Excellent.
How many dogs do you want to have, Cleo?
All of them. No, it's okay. I have a cat.
A cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cat dog. Cat dog. Cat dog.
Scab, how do you feel about the current state of affairs of this fine castle? Yes, I do agree. I think so.
Jesus.
Anyways.
Oh man, the Roman memes are flowing in Discord.
Oh no. Jesus.
So let me find my calendar. We'll say a week passes. Those things.
I'm definitely keeping track of Cleo over this week. Are we seeing any kind of physical, like, deformations, changes in personality, physicality?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing freaky stuff just to mess with Reggie.
My God.
Thanks. Please.
That's what Cleo say. If there's any point that you either, if y'all have asked or you wanted to show, the wounds are healing up. Now, definitely going to be scars.
Yes.
But it seems as if normal healing rates.
The wounds. He was cut in half.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it just heals up, right? You just okay.
Hey, Reggie?
It's still odd and
Here.
shocking because he should not be standing here.
Okay. Stealth roll.
Now,
Because
unless,
I'm
however, Cleo wants to play anything out otherwise behaviorally, that's on Cleo.
I'm trying to keep an eye on it, but let me just give a stealth roll so we can do like a. Yeah, is it visible that I'm watching so that Cleo can play against it? Ooh, 21. Womp womp. Oh shit!
You do notice,
please.
Cleo, that
Please,
your
please,
perception of just all the things around you is like you're more alert. You catch more details. You hear things. Well, sorry, actually, you don't hear things. Sorry, but like moving out of the corner of your eye
Pranked.
is much quicker to notice than what you really remember.
I am gonna say that I figured one thing out.
Smells are
Hey,
stronger.
Reggie. Hey, Reggie. Buddy, I see you over there. Here, come here. I gotta show you something.
Hey, what?
So, you know, I said I'd keep you kind of in the loop about freaky shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna stick my hand to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a little weird.
And then?
Stick my other hand to the wall. Stick my
Okay.
foot to the wall.
Shit!
You ready for this?
I don't know!
I stick my other foot to the wall.
Wait! Do you fall down?
Nope.
What? Wait, how?
I take my hands off the wall and I walk up the wall vertically.
He's a
What
lizard
the-
man.
Reggie,
Just
give me
stand
a
there.
wisdom save.
Oh no.
Just kind of stand there with my arms crossed, looking a little put out.
Okay, no insanity
17.
points, but this is not this should not. You're talking to a dead man, but this still should not be happening.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is normal.
How the fuck are you doing what you're doing? Like I'm waving my hands under Cleo's feet.
Yeah, I wish I had an answer for you, bud. This is.
Now, if are you standing on the wall or the ceiling or what?
I'm standing on the wall.
Yeah, you can't put your hand under Cleo's feet. They're on the wall. She's not floating, or he's not floating.
No, sorry, I meant between the feet and the ground. Because if they're attached to the wall, I
Okay,
could
yeah,
move
so
my
just
hands.
under his body, like
Yes.
it's not an illusion. There's just air there.
I'm gonna poke Cleo in like the lower back. Boink.
Dude, what the hell?
What
Tender.
dudes?
No, I'm tender.
They say it hurts. It doesn't cause damage, but yeah.
Okay, you can't. Sorry, you can't play the "oh no, I'm wounded" card when you're walking up a fucking wall.
I think he just did.
Cheetah.
Now, is anyone else around, or is this just Reggie and Cleo?
Hold on.
No, I've cornered Reggie because he's been stalking me.
What the hell's going on, man?
And where you've noticed this at other times too, but just to kind of point it out again, where you were hiding, Reggie, you found a dark corner to be in. You know, it's like, hey, this is a great hiding spot. You know how to hide, and this is a pretty dark corner. And Cleo, to you, it wasn't dark like that. And as you get over there, everything is in black and white, standing in this corner. but it's crisp and clean and clear to you. Reggie, you're having this conversations in very dimly lit area. You see
Hold
what
on 1
Cleo's
second.
doing, but it's still very dark here.
Dude, I almost
Shit,
want to say that
that's
Cleo has
really
like
not that
those.
very good.
He's got like cat eyes where they're a little reflective in the right light.
I'm just gonna slap Cleo on the ass. Just
That'll teach him.
what the hell are you doing? Why can you see me everywhere I go? What happened? Sorry, I gotta back this up. What happened? Period. Just that's the whole question.
Apparently I died and then I got better. So you tell me, Reggie.
Yeah, okay. I was there for that. Shut the fuck up. I mean, come on.
I get off the wall.
Why can you just walk up walls?
Why can't you?
Yeah, why can't you, Reggie?
Well, let me just try. I'm gonna put 2 hands on the wall, put 1 foot on the wall. It's gonna look really great, and then I put the 2nd foot on the wall, and I fall on my ass.
Correct.
Correct.
That would be my attempt.
If I should have jacked me, like, okay, you start walking up the wall. It's like, oh, it's just this wall's got sticky stuff on it. Yeah.
My devious little prank.
Cleo, we worked for months to bring you back, and now I'm getting bullshit answers. Can you just tell me what the hell's going on?
Reggie, you think I know? You think anyone has explained anything to me?
Okay, fine. You don't have all the answers, but what do you know about what the hell you just did?
I'm trying to figure out what my new normal is, and it's a little different. I can see better in the dark. I can climb around like a spider.
Shit. You really don't know why you can do that.
Just kind of gives you like an almost helpless look for a second, and then he straightens back out. Yeah, hell if I know, Reggie.
Oh, the hell if I knows. Okay.
Though, to be fair, you're also in kind of a weird boat too, so don't judge me too much.
What? I
Yeah.
know, I told you exactly. Okay.
I know, but no, it's a little bit of a weird boat, and now I'm in a little bit of a weird boat. Did you not have like growing pains or anything when it started? You know how it is. Did everybody just tell you
Touche.
exactly all of the answers you wanted?
Nope, I got no answers. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fair. Wow, that's kicking the nuts right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll
I am keeping you updated, bud. That's the best I can do.
Okay. I'm really glad
Now
you're back.
let's go drink some obnoxiously fancy wine from this
Yes!
very rich man.
Let's go do that. Please.
go do
I don't
that.
even have the palate to understand what we're drinking, but we will go drink it.
You drink that day or that evening. You guess it may be because of the weirdness you've seen, Reggie, with this the drinking. It's just on your mind, especially the non-answers you received that night. You see Cleo in your dreams, but he seems menacing. And like he's chasing you through the castle. I don't know. And Cleo, what goes on in Reggie's dream? How would you
What?
how would you describe his nightmare?
I'm gonna.
Who
tickle
gets
him
to tell
death.
me what I'm dreaming about?
I've got really long fingers, and I'm gonna tickle him to death.
Shit!
New power. New power I've developed.
Oh no. I am not running through a castle with Cleo chasing me with creepily long fingers. Fuck that.
You are now.
Yeah, but it's a nightmare. I mean, you are having you wake up
Yeah.
in the morning, kind of sweaty stuff, like looking around. It's like, okay, you're still in your bed. The sheets, of course, are soaked with sweat, but you were running around this castle, and Cleo was chasing you.
Tickle, tickle, Reggie. Tickle, tickle.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, they just kind of like you're awake, but you almost like it that very soft echo in the distance fades out of the tickle. Tickle.
Oh, fuck. I come back to breakfast in the morning, like walking up to the table, and then Cleo shows up. I'm like,
yeah, puts his hand on your shoulder. Good morning, Reggie. And as you look, you see fingers on your shoulder. Okay, so Cleo, Reggie acting very jumpy around you for some reason.
Nah, he's always been jumpy. I'm a little weird now. It's all right.
Extra jumpy.
Man, that's a lot of jumpy.
I found coffee.
You good, Reggie? Too much coffee?
On.
Also, if you want,
Bad night.
Kate. If you want to, wrong game. Whatever inventory stuff like armaments within reason that you want to put. If you want, I don't know if you want leather studded chain, whatever you can put on your inventory that the count will outfit you.
Hell yeah.
He and the doctor both will typically have like a private dinner with you also throughout the week, just to go, how are you feeling? If you notice anything odd. Of course, the doctor's taking meticulous notes, finding it very odd, and they can't even answer why you're exhibiting some of the things you are.
Like a lizard.
But the doctor's very bemused by it, or befuddled, and the bemusement comes from the count. You see him when you are count stuff, just kind of a slight smirk on his face, and smile and nod. The doctor very meticulously and just like, oh, yes, and then what about this? And asking, do you feel a numbness here or there? Before this happens, do you get any kind of sense of anything? And very detailed notes. He takes, checks your scars, checks the healing rate, and notes everything down. He's almost like that annoyingness of it, like too nerdy obsessive in what he does, but he doesn't come across as like rude or weird in it, other than the nerd factor of it.
I will tolerate it as best I can because they did bring me back to life, and that's pretty cool.
I've seen better.
And if there's any concerns you want to bring up to them in private, you can. Not that he may have an answer, but...
Yeah, I do have a question, actually. I was resurrected through at least partial, if not all, magical means. Yes?
Other than the physical work the doctor did, yes. And a lot of that is actually thanks to your friend, so... If he did not possess the skills he does, I don't think we could have done this.
Yeah, he's pretty talented at what he does, but I've been having some certainly odd side effects.
No, yes.
inside.
Now, have you already brought up, or is this where you're bringing up?
Yeah, I would have brought up the spider climb and the.
And that's where they're kind
seeing the
of
dark.
the doctor's perplexed about it, but there's always like this kind of knowing smirk from the Count. He will say he doesn't know how or why it does, but you think he knows more than he's letting on.
Like if you spliced me with any like lizard DNA, that'd be great to know before I start, growing a tail or anything.
Kind of chuckles. If there was a lizard DNA, I know not where it comes from. The only animal that could be close to such was the bat your friends they took care of. The part of the ritual they had to recover a rod, the one that is in place of your spine now, but it had to be activated with the blood of a powerful creature, and your friends did such, but that was a bat, a very large, fierce creature. Large as in it could carry off a human or a cattle. But I'm not knowing of a bat that can walk up a wall. Fly, yes. Grasp and hold on, yes. Walk, not so much.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher. I'll just keep working through it, I suppose.
But he is very open. It's other than not letting you know everything he may know. He is very kind and welcoming and open to you, and you do feel a sense of security and safety around him.
Around the Count or the doctor?
The Count.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just knowing, maybe it's his castle and that he was kind of responsible for helping get this going, that he preserved your body before they had buried it, and maybe it's something with that. Maybe it's just the man's charm itself. Maybe it's you're in a fortress away from other people. Maybe a combination of it all. Have you found any other gifts besides walking on walls and seeing better in the dark?
Not in particular.
And of course, during these times, he also readily has a goblet of wine for you, which is always very refreshing. And just, you don't know what vintage it is, but this is some good shit.
Hey, you've got good wine here. Who's the maker? Where did my rasp is gone?
Ancient family vineyards. Actually, on the where it's processed is on the far west of the land I control. But I have plenty in store here.
Well, might have to take a bit for the road. That's some very nice stuff you've got there.
You may want to have some at hand when you feel the need for it. Sometimes it creates quite a longing when you're not with it. So be generous
eyebrow
with
at that.
Do what?
I raise an eyebrow at that.
Always better to have a bottle with you than having to try to find it yourself. And just smiles. Pours a glass himself and drinks some.
There was a baker in town back when I was still alive that she made just the best pies, and I'm gonna tell her about the magic addictive pies. the rest of dinner.
Grandmother, yes. She is she's lived there many years. And I hear that her pastries are quite wonderful. What her secret is, I do not know. Jesus Christ, dog. Sorry. Honey over there, Mr. Puppy Man just ripped a fart and is like, holy shit. That was loud, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna fix my inventory for a bit.
What's everybody else doing while they're here? Anything specific? I mean, you're free to roam certain areas of the castle. Others you've told he's like, you know, it's either old and or personal family areas told to stay out of. But anything you wanted, there's, you know, the banquet halls, kitchens. One of them, the main hall, as you come through the main doors below this level, would be a much larger banquet area than his personal one, where it could literally hold probably 30 people at the table, and there's a giant pipe organ in there for entertaining. The hallways are very large. Lots of family portraits. All of them you can see, definitely there's differences, but very strong family resemblance amongst all the men.
Or they're the same person.
You could confuse it as
There's
such, but there are differences.
There's a brief conversation I wanted to have with Sock shortly after, whenever our most available time alone away from either the Grishnacks or anybody else after Cleo's resurrection.
Sure, wherever and whenever you want to have that.
Yeah, I just want to get Sock alone for a minute. I want to ask him, Sock.
Yes.
So, I noticed something strange that the doctor said back at Cleo's rebirth, resurrection, whatever you'd call it, return, and remaking. I like that. Remaking. Something rubbed me the wrong way when we were talking about the mirrors, and they said he said that they don't have any, but he was giving me some very weird. I think the kids would call it. He didn't pass the vibe check.
Now, you notice that if you look for a place as you've been here and finding a place to talk quietly, you have not seen any mirrors in this castle.
Yeah, and I just you seem to be the leading expert among all of us non-magically inclined, and I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that, and whether or not there's anything.
Can I back up to your statement? You said I'm the leading expert on us non-magically inclined.
No, you're the leading expert among the rest of us non-magically inclined.
Okay.
While y'all are talking, I got to take this dog out. Be right back.
I was like, something about that. The way Nick put that didn't.
I think I said it wrong. I think I said it wrong the first time. Yeah.
I prefer to believe that's exactly how your character said it.
Yeah, you know what? Moose has a -2 to his intelligence checks, so yeah, that's how he said it.
Sock understands. He's like, yeah.
I don't know if there's anything that you would recommend we do, or if it's not worth looking deeper into.
I believe it may be related to the continually missing people of the village below. When we first arrived, we were told that every so often, sometimes people would simply disappear. Weird how he's asked us to do many things in his little kingdom here. Strange that he's never asked us to look into that.
You know, now that you mention it, I don't recall ever seeing any missing posters or any groups of searchers looking for any of these people either. Um, hmm. There's a saying from my tribe, which is that a man who won't drink ale is a man who cannot be trusted. And the fact that I had to bring my own ale because he does not have any on hand does not incline. Wait, shit. Does not make me want to trust him. You see, like Moose like freeze for a second as he tries to like think of a word, and then he just goes with it. He forgets it.
It may want more looking into, but I'm not sure how we would start. How we would begin going about such a thing.
Is there anything in your expertise? You know what? No, Moose doesn't know that word. Anything in anything you would know about that we should be on the lookout for or should be looking to avoid?
I don't believe he means any harm to our immediate circle. What we should be looking out for is why certain people go missing. We should see if they have family.
I have never been one to participate in an investigation except for kicking down doors and taking or killing individuals. So I will be happy to fill that role if
Oh, come now. You asked me to tell you how to do tactics and other things. Consider this your first lesson.
all right. Just because I want you to see how poorly this role goes. Oh wait, I have a passive for investigation. That's funny. I didn't even know that investigation has a passive. I don't find shit.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Just Sock and Moose talking about some of the inconsistencies or the suspicious things going on, and we acknowledged. Sock was the one who pointed it out that there's a lot of missing people apparently, and it's like normal for people to just disappear. And nobody ever like really throws a big fuss about it. We didn't see any like search parties or anything, and we noticed that of all the tasks that we've been given or requested to perform, we've never had anything related to like searching for any of this. But other than that, I think that Sock is encouraging Moose to use his brain, which Moose does not use very well.
It is like any other muscle. It requires exercise to be effective.
What's Max been doing?
Trying to resist the urge to steal it, to steal anything.
Is he being successful in resisting, or is he trying to steal something?
I think between the fact that they're having to stay at the castle for a while, and the fact that the count has been nothing but kind to them, he'll hold off for now. Maybe when they eventually leave, some things will go missing.
Well, we're kind of filling in. Y'all are here for about a week before you leave, so if there is something you want to do, tell me what you steal, if you do.
I want that hat.
D's.
He had a hat in his portrait. I want that hat.
He's going for the hat.
How tall can the stack on your head get?
Hang on. Are you talking about that hat?
I am talking about that hat.
A fine hat it is.
You managed. We'll say before you leave, you find a hat room, and there are a couple of this
A hat room, a whole room of hats.
Yes,
beautiful.
But you can't get them all.
Oh,
but
no.
but you do manage to get this one. Not the specific one he's wearing, but one that looks just like it.
That'll work.
Are you stealing his spare?
Other than resisting thievery, anything you want to talk to anyone about, or anything you want to do?
No, for the time being, I think Max is good. He's maybe he'll try and keep an eye on Cleo, but he's not gonna go talk to Cleo at this point.
At one point over the course of the week, probably late at night, Max, you see Cleo walk across the ceiling, and he's gone.
Is this in his dream or for real?
Nope. In real life, after dinner, let's say.
In real life.
In real life.
God damn.
He's in your house, Max.
I'm gonna ask him. Well, that's a useful trick. I'm gonna have to ask. Have to ask him how he does that.
Yeah, you may not know. Maybe you drank too much that night.
Yeah. Wow, I really should have stopped after the 5th beer.
Because that's not common. Of course, you're talking about a man that's come back from the dead, but yeah, that's maybe just a little bit too tipsy tonight. Oren, what are you doing throughout the week?
You know, hanging out, seeing if he's got any neat books about maybe anything I can read.
You find on a table in a corner, there's a one that you get some of the where he come up with the location or the guess of the area and fragments of notes from like your order and its origins being related to giants and stuff. Not the exact kind of tomes that you've actually read, but very related and similar. I'd say over this time too as well, finding this book and the book that you found. You start studying on creating new marks and new runes on your weapons and stuff. So you will still need another 3 weeks to get everything unlocked, but you are a week into that. Anyone you're wanting to talk to or questions answered or anything?
I mean, if anybody comes by while I'm reading, I might have a conversation with them. I doubt Moose would come to where the books are. Just doesn't strike me as that kind of a person, you know.
I'm sure the sock's probably in there several times. Probably, I
You
don't know. Is that
seem
where would you be spending most of your time, sock? And what?
That's where he has his Disney musical. And
I don't know if
this
he's
one's
AFK or
books
muted
are.
or. You there, Scott?
Oh, sorry. What?
I say, I'm assuming you would be spending a lot of time in the library as well, or what are you
I
doing?
want to look at the quote unquote research that they had for this resurrection stuff.
He'll pull it out and let you read it. It's definitely heretical material.
Oh,
Of course.
I'm heretical material.
Correct.
I exist in a state of heresy.
Reported.
If the only reason the Inquisition let me go is because they didn't know I could cast spells.
But yeah, it seems like what he pieced together, you kind of get the same gist. It's not like he was holding any information back. Definitely not something that someone should have, but you've definitely burned others for much less.
Oh, yeah, personally. Is there any tidbits about this research and connections to the warp?
Well, anything of this nature is going to touch the warp somehow. You know that,
Right.
but nothing specifically of sacrifices to specific chaos gods or anything like that. But definitely, it just by its nature, calling on the warp. The part of it where that touches on the most is where you kind of came into things.
Oh, probably needed some kind of conduit that was more direct connection than
yes,
anything else. Right. Okay. Thank you. That was about it.
So, Orin, you see Sock in the library a bunch, and Moose sitting in the corner reading a book, Horses for Dummies.
I like to think that every 20 minutes, Moose comes up and is like, "What's this word?"
Oh, it's way less than 20 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, Moose is coming up like, "Sock, please tell me this word."
He comes back, he's still on the same page, punts the one right next to it.
5 minutes later, he finally sounded it out. He's like, "Oh, I don't know that one."
What does this word mean?
That's the.
That's what
The what?
No, just it's Tahi.
Taha?
Did Brandon, I'm assuming, went AFK? I don't see him.
What's up?
I didn't know if Brandon was gone for a long time. I just saw that he hadn't been here for a little bit. If he had said anything that I didn't hear.
I don't see
Not
anything.
that I know of. Yeah.
So one of the nights also, Orin, you have a nightmare with Cleo. How does that happen, Cleo? What goes on in his dream?
Oh, I don't know.
So Cleo's,
Um,
there's two halves of Cleo asking why
no,
I let her die.
I sit him down. I tell him I'm pregnant, and he's the father.
What the fuck?
That's a nightmare because the experiment went wrong somehow. No, in the dream, yeah. But you're like, yeah, whatever. You're jacking with me. At some point, though, his stomach swells and then rips open, and a miniature version of the bat that y'all killed
Ew.
tears its way out, and that's when you wake up.
I like to imagine when the the three of us are in the library. At some point, I just like slam my book closed. I'm like, guys, what the fuck is up with the mirrors? He doesn't have mirrors because it would make the place look too big.
Yeah, that was total bullshit.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
The only one taking any sort of crazy is them. Well, and maybe Reggie.
Thank you, Miss. I'm glad you noticed that because I heard that and it just sounded really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it was. I'm just buying time until Sock returns. Yeah, when we asked for the mirror the first time, and he said that, I didn't believe him for a second. One, he had a very nervous liar's energy about him, and two, never trust a man who doesn't drink ale, and all they drink is wine, which is considered the traitorous man's drink.
We'll say this: while you find out while you're in the library, just going through different things, you find a section on family history, and apparently the reason there are no mirrors is because for some reason the women of his family tended to go crazy, and they would all break a mirror and cut their own throats, and eventually the family removed all the mirrors. But there's some sort of mental illness amongst the women of the Grishnecks.
There's mental illness for whoever fucking wrote this section.
And so
I
he
point
wasn't being quite
at what
truthful.
Oren's reading. Yeah, I point at what you're reading, Oren, and I ask you, what does that say?
It's more lies. Do not sully your own eyes with them.
Okay, don't worry. I wasn't planning on it. Yeah, that's I go back to reading my horse book. I would assume he's not here, so I don't know if he's gonna. Oh, did he just return?
Oh, no.
No, he's not here.
What? What do you want?
Well, Bradley just informed us of something. We're all hanging out in the library, and Oren said something. You want to repeat what you said, Oren?
Yeah. There's a book here about his super cool family that he has, and that the reason there's no mirrors here is because all of the women go crazy and kill themselves with broken mirrors. Yeah. All of them.
Like every female of his family?
That is what is written.
But sorry, let me repeat that in character. So every person of the feminine persuasion offs themselves in the presence of a mirror.
Yeah, they break the mirror and then they kill themselves.
Now, it doesn't show that like once mirrors were removed that continued being a thing.
They casually left that part out.
No, I'm adding that in that was found there.
It still happened.
I'm gonna hold on. All right, I'm gonna add 4 insanity to myself. I actually like to think that this is something that Sock has almost sort of experienced. Bradley, we've talked about it. When Sock had his first religious awakening, sort of, and became a conduit for the powers. That kind of sounds like almost what happened to him, except he came out not dead and didn't try to kill himself. But it was sort of like looking into a reflection of everything that was human. Not just him, but all of humanity. And that surprisingly sounds kind of similar to what happened to Sock. And that it brought him back to that moment when he peered into the veil. Or rather, the veil revealed itself to him.
So I picture him telling you this, and you're like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, no, that's like he goes back to that moment, and Sock's just like, yeah, the people who can't seem to handle that, they tend to do such a thing. I wonder what they were seeing in the mirror. If we were to hold a mirror in front of Grishnak, I wonder what we would see in it.
Oh, the things we could find out. Let's borrow Reggie's mirror.
Reginald, do you have a mirror?
He's not here with us, but we can go, bully him for it.
I don't think we need to bully Reginald. Reginald has enough things on his mind. He has something in his mind.
Sorry, you need my mirror for what?
We're gonna go
I was
back
just
to the
informed
town.
you were not here.
As he slides back into frame.
Literally seconds ago.
I've
was
been
doing my
right
shit. Wait a second.
beside-
He's like, I heard my name from the hallway.
Why am I suddenly circumspect? I had a mirror in my bag.
Yeah,
Wait,
we're
what?
gonna borrow it.
Oh,
if
sure.
you'd-
Here you
if
go.
you'd be so kind. All right.
If there's a moment when we can get it behind, I hate to do this to someone who's been so kind to us, but there are certain things that are simply not adding up.
Well, you see, maybe we could bother the count to come to the library, and somebody sits in a chair in the corner, facing away from him, and when he's stuck in conversation with us, or looking at his books, just peer over the chair with the mirror.
I say there's plenty of opportunities. You have dinner with the count,
Yeah.
breakfast thing. If you want to talk to him anytime, he doesn't stay like secluded away or anything.
For full transparency, I'm operating currently under the assumption that for whatever reason, there may be something more to his family line that perhaps mirrors would reveal to us, and would accidentally were revealed to the females of his family, that caused them to, well, suppose we live in a world where people kill themselves all the time. They would just commit suicide when peering into the veil of madness. I know the feeling well.
I don't think I've seen people do it in mass, though.
In mass?
Seems
What do you mean in
almost-
mass?
This seems almost hereditary.
Oh, that's what I'm assuming, yes. That's why I need it to view I need a mirror to view Count Grishnak through.
Well, I'll hand you the mirror. Yeah, you can absolutely indulge.
Oh, I assumed I would be the one in conversation with him, and we would use it from behind, and I would see the back of his head.
I mean, you know what you're looking for better than, well, the rest of us.
You are not... Are you expecting me to go up with the mirror and say, hey, look at this? I don't understand.
I mean, you can hold the mirror and see what you want to see. And Moose and I can... Well, we're
I'm expecting one
perfect
of you to stand behind
conversationalists.
him with the mirror so I can see the back of his head and make sure it looks normal.
Yes.
What do you
Or,
mean, yes? Then why are you handing me the mirror?
Because you know what you want to look for.
I think
Hey.
Sock blinks at Orin a few times, like, my brain.
Hey guys, is Orin in here? Oh, hey Orin. Hey, listen, I gotta talk to you about something. Can I?
Wasn't about that weird dream last night, was it?
Oh, weird dream.
You guys get chased through a castle by fucking Cleo. You've been so long since Cleo's played, I forgot your name.
Thanks, man.
I should have just
Cleo
said.
was pregnant in my dream.
What the fuck?
I should have just said Scab's name.
My
Had a
dream.
dream.
My nightmare. Yeah, teach him quickly. My nightmare, not my dream.
Man, I sure hope Scab is super thankful to us that we revived their pet.
I did have a strange dream last. Well, it wasn't really strange. Scab and I were just drinking together at a bar, and then Scab started talking to me.
Are you sure you weren't just at a bar drinking with Scabs?
I don't know. Can Scab actually talk?
I'm saying that you might have just thought that was the case. You know, drinking at all.
I don't think that's the case, but I'll have to think real hard on it.
I myself has heard some very good jokes from some statues.
Ah, fuck. Wasted my 20. Yeah, no, I'm positive it was a dream. Tell me about these statues. Did you drink with them?
No, I drank, and then I went around. You know,
Wait, we're still
Looking for
talking
a
about
nice-
dreams.
nope. Talking
Oh.
about alcohol.
Never mind. I like this conversation. Continue, please.
Well, you know, Cleo was looking for me.
Oh, hi, Cleo.
I mean, if this is important, it can wait. What's up, man?
I mean, we have time for this conversation at later. In fact, we'll come back to it later. You said you needed me for something.
Yeah. So all my stuff was gone, and we still have like work lined up, right?
Would you like to elaborate what you mean by that?
I have no money right now.
My money is your money.
As much as I appreciate you, I have a very large beast to feed, and that is not the cheapest thing in the world.
Oh no,
guys have
I
been
haven't
getting,
been taking.
like
I haven't
you
been
guys have been
taking
getting.
care of it since you fucking got ripped in half, Cleo. Come on.
All I'm asking is, you guys have been like, you still got work, right? Like you've been getting paid for stuff.
Listen, bringing back people from the dead for some wildly eccentric, mysterious figure, it's not necessarily paying the bills, but we found some cool stuff.
Okay.
Like that rod that's currently inside of you.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I found this
Sure.
cool book. Reggie got an amulet.
whoa.
I mean, I'm walking around with, just a few. Is it?
You notice that Orin's in full plate
400.
armor now.
Yeah, I got a small loan of 487 gold pieces.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
looking
hold-
a little fancy. My dog's looking a little fancy. So you guys, I take it, have been getting paid somehow.
I would like
How
to
much do
sneak
you think
off to
dog
the
armor-
side, keeping my amulet to myself.
Custom dog armor?
How much do you think custom dog armor even costs?
Dude, I don't know.
Not a lot.
For a small purchase price of 10 USD.
Yeah.
It's kind of underwhelming.
For a small purchase price of 3 dogs.
Well, it's
Well,
almost kind of funny because the first thing we fought right after we got it armor, it was just bam, it almost ripped it in half.
Wow. Yeah, well, I just wanted to check in, make sure we weren't, destitute in the couple months I've been gone. Keep up the good work, I suppose. We'll figure something out.
I mean, is there something you were looking forward to buying?
Well, after dying and all that, I figured to live life to the fullest, do what I want to do.
But you want to do that with us?
I do now.
I think you could do better.
Okay,
Sorry,
you know what?
now the other dog wants out. Be right back.
Yes, Cleo?
We're still, good, right?
You and me?
Yeah, we're good, right?
I'm gonna stand up, get really close to you, and look you in the eyes.
What are we gonna kiss? Are we gonna kiss right now?
I'm gonna give you a big hug. Don't you
Hey,
ever do that again. I don't know how many of those rods exist. Or those bats.
Oh shit! Did I miss the moment? Did you guys kiss?
Yeah, we kissed.
Yeah, it was super hot.
I think a bat. I think it's doing stuff to me because I've been a little weird lately, and
What do you mean it's just doing stuff to you?
kind of some
Define a little weird.
Yeah,
some
Go
reasonable
into
side
the
effects of being undead.
reasonable side effects. How reasonable are we talking here?
Ask Reggie.
Reggie, do you know what Cleo's talking about?
Sorry, I sneaked off camera. So what reasonableness are we talking about?
Tell him about my reasonable
I'm back.
side effects from becoming undead. Please.
Why do I know about?
Who said you're undead?
Well,
What? We kind of assume.
You're reliving. That's all.
reliving.
That's a more optimistic way to put it. I like that. Reliving.
Undead is such a nasty
So
term.
dour.
How am I suddenly the chief orator of what is happening with
Reggie,
Cleo's body?
Reggie, besides the Count and the Doctor, you're the only one who knows.
But I
Apparently
don't know
some
shit.
stuff. Now I know you're making stuff up because I know you know how to work that amulet.
I would never lie to you. We are brothers, you and I. We are brothers.
I am not equipped to handle this conversation.
What sort of equipment do you need, Reggie?
3
you like
more
a-
hammers.
Like a shield? Oh, you want some hammers? Can we get him some hammers? Anybody got hammers in their bag?
Yeah, no, I've been
big fucking hammers.
been raiding the pantry, raiding the stockade.
I don't
You
have
got
a
hammers here?
hammer, but I have a frying pan.
You just drop it in the cast iron frying pan in his arms. He just flops over.
I expect that back.
that doesn't teach me anything. What? No, I'm sorry. Why am I suddenly the voice of?
Cleo, could you just show us what you're talking about? Since he apparently is ignorant.
If you don't want to tell him, it's not that big of a deal.
I'm pretty sure Cleo is just pulling shit on me.
Cleo, is this true? Are you
I'm
shitting on this man?
I'm basically Batman. No, I'm basically Batman now.
Basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're basically who?
Like the bat that the Doctor sliced me with.
Ah, yes. That one.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? We'll ping. Yep. She's telling no truth. He telling no truth. Flipped a coin. Nothing is coming through.
Reggie, are you okay?
I'm gonna go walk over there. I'm gonna grab a glass of water. I'm not responsible for anything that is happening in the next 30 minutes. And that is my plan for this span of the plot. Bye.
What a weirdo, am I right? What a weird guy.
Do you want to like show me what you're talking about? What cool stuff you can do now that you're living?
It's not that cool. It's not that cool. I mean, I can like climb pretty good now.
I'll be the judge of that.
No, it's only I can climb pretty good and I can see a little better in the dark. It's not that big of a deal.
Whatever, nerd. Just show me.
Okay, fine.
I just got a glass of water. What the hell is he actually talking about? Seriously.
Well, would you just shut up? He's going to show us.
Okay, sorry.
While looking very put out, I just like go stand on the ceiling.
I'm gonna put my fists on my hips and be like, that sort of thing could have been really helpful when we almost fell off that mountain.
I'm gonna poke you in the eye.
So the people that are witnessing this for the first time, give me a wisdom save.
Oh shit.
Reggie, you've already seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
This isn't it's a little bit just, Oren, roll a d6 for insanity.
Damn. Crazy.
It's enough that there's some that it's wrong. It's just not natural, and there's a slight, problem there. But it's you can cope with it.
There's a slight problem here, yeah.
Everybody's good.
Would you fucking get down from the ceiling already?
I don't know. I kind of like it up here. You guys look so
Do
small.
a flip. Do a flip.
I do a backflip off the ceiling and I land perfectly on the floor.
My God. If we were half that acrobatic, we probably wouldn't have almost died on that cliff.
Oren, I worked at a circus for a long ass time.
Yeah, but you didn't do this.
Yeah, but you didn't climb the mountain and kill the bat, did you?
Well,
Did you?
it's not like I was there.
So the answer is no.
You
Well-
are literally standing on the ceiling.
No,
like,
I did a
nothing
backflip.
is
I'm on the
happening.
floor again. I'm on the floor.
Oh
again.
shit! I'm sorry. Well, you were standing on the ceiling, and
You
then
did a
flipped onto
flip
the floor.
off the ceiling.
Yeah.
You better
And
not. have
now,
a boot
now
mark
you're just
up there.
there. Like, is it not even?
I don't know why you
Where
guys are
the-
so weirded out by this. Sock has done far stranger things.
Oh, wait. Spit. Where does it go?
I don't want to spit. That's unsanitary. What?
No,
That's
I
insane.
want to know.
Sanitary.
Okay, drop a coin. Just pull one out of your
I'm-
pocket. It doesn't matter. Just drop a coin.
I'm on the ground with the red. I'm not on the ceiling anymore.
I don't care. I want to know if it floats up to the ceiling.
I drop
She's
a
just talking
coin
about
on the
being
ground.
destitute with no coin.
Oh no, I don't have any coins. Yep, I'm broke.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I
ask
have-
Max for a coin. I'm sure he'll. Be
I'm going to offer you a five silver coin.
I'm keeping this.
It just
Yeah.
pockets it.
Yeah, no, I put it in my
Well
pocket. I have my hand
done.
out for another.
Very well done. Holy
Mm,
shit, that's the
okay.
oldest scam in the book. Wow.
Oh my
No.
god, Reggie, you got absolutely played like a fiddle.
Leo doesn't know why, but
Hold up.
but he looks over and sees Max just giving him a fucking round of applause.
Oh my god.
I've taught you nothing, and somehow I've taught you so well.
I knew I
Holy
was gonna be a
shit.
good influence on you.
Uh, oh, oh, I'm so mad. I'm so sad. I'm about to do it again. Right. You know what? Fair point. You get that one. How about if I give you another one? What happens then?
Reggie, are you really gonna do this to yourself again?
Oh, you gonna do it to me again?
You're talking to the brokest person in the room.
I'm giving Reggie such a serious, solemn look.
Like, Reggie, what do you
And
think
I
is going to
have
happen? Put that in my hand.
I have the coin in my hand, and I'm just staring at him sadly as I put the coin in my pocket again.
Ow! Seriously?
I take it out of my pocket and I drop it on the ground.
Oh, fucking thank God. Does it go up or down?
Do you flip it or you just drop it?
Why would it go up?
But
Just drop
because
it.
you have this weird gravity thing.
So how do you do it? Do you flip it like with your thumb up in the air to see it come down, or you just like open your hand and drop it?
I just open my hand and drop it.
It falls to the ground.
My god.
We've
Did you see
discovered
that?
gravity.
Well, I want to know where the gravity goes because. Fair enough. All right, that one was worth the. I'm keeping the rest of my coins, by the way. I'm stuffing
you
like
do.
a coin purse back in my pocket.
I hope you do this time.
Yep, that's it. It went that way. Okay. Oren, please tell me what the hell's going on.
How much money did you give me? 2 silver?
5.
Yeah. I'm not a smart man.
Listen, Cleo.
Yeah, man.
I may have inherited some of your dollar bills when you died.
Oh, really?
Yes. So when I say my money is your money, you know,
You were being
I'm
literal?
I was being accurate.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Why is Moose really into horses all of a sudden?
I think he had an awakening on that mountain.
I'm not the only one who came out different.
No.
That poor man.
Bruh. That equine fever.
I just want to live out my horse girl fantasies.
He's a brony.
No.
Oh no!
My
No.
Something magic and friendship and shit.
We're gonna have to put him down.
Friendship is magic, and magic is heresy.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
All right, everybody. I have to go. I have a 2-hour drive to the DM's house so that I can beat him up for saying that.
Oh
Understandable.
no!
Yeah, don't lie. You want to come get the rest of this brisket's what you're wanting to do.
Listen,
Brisket
I
is
don't-
magic and magic is heresy.
I don't know if I'm going to eat the brisket first, then beat you up, or beat you up and then eat the brisket, but...
So what else is on the anything else on the agenda? For experimenting or discussion?
Oh no.
I've been thinking about this like almost the entire session. I'm just sitting here like, man, it really is a shame that Sock like has no way to have any knowledge of how Nick's original character Nick was resurrected from the dead.
Oh man!
He
Because
had
that's
the
like
great
that would be
resurrection.
huge.
Yeah.
What?
And he
that
had a
was
great
so
resurrection.
good.
Yeah. Like, so there is actually historically, there are two people that have come back
Yeah.
from the dead in vastly different means. I'm just, they're like, God, I really want to bring that up here, but there's no
Little
way
mouse,
to
little
fucking know
mouse.
about that.
3 people.
That one was rooted a little bit deeper in chaos and the warp. In this one.
Mhm.
Yep. He was also not dead. He was also not dead for 5 months.
Nope, that was really short.
Well, technically, I forget. No, it was months because y'all were in that cave trapped by the snowstorm, and it took a while before y'all finally ventured deep enough into the cave because y'all didn't want to go in there. And it wasn't
shoot.
until
I meant in real life.
oh, in real life, no, real life it happened
Yeah.
much quicker. Game time was probably longer. Game time.
True.
Wait, somebody said 3 people? Who's the third?
Yeah. Who else got revived?
I don't
Nope.
remember another person.
Kate?
Little mouse.
That was
Oh,
not.
well, that
She was
was
like,
that was-
really
That was
resurrected.
puppeteering.
That was
Ooh, ouch.
yeah. That was a little different
That was actually the prototype for what happened to.
to Cleo.
Yeah,
It was just beginning
without
his
the
experiments
weird
at that time.
necrophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that you're aware of.
Although to be
We hope-
fair,
I was gonna
to
say.
be fair, we hope that there was no necrophilia involved.
I do. Sock. I want to kind of build an aside chat.
Sure.
So when Cleo's back alive, and some of this has been going on, I'm just gonna kind of sneak over to Sock. And there's gonna be like there's a very visible physical kind of concern energy in his countenance when he walks over and tries to find you.
A visible energy.
A visible kind of nervousness.
Yeah, an anxiety. I got you.
There you go.
Reginald, you look nervous.
Go kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cleo.
Ah, the elephant in the room.
Yeah, well, look, I've dived into several different digs, and I've seen some mentions of trying to bring back people from the beyond. And look, man, I don't like what I read. Okay, everything that I have dug into. I've dug into digs from like 100 years. I've dug into digs They were 500 years old. I've dug into digs that were like 2,000 years old. Okay? They all go really, really bad when something comes back from the beyond. Okay? Okay, we finally brought this thing back, and then suddenly we had a cataclysmic flood, or we had like lava going over everything, or just rocks fell and everybody died, right?
A classic.
Point being,
My God.
point being, I like Cleo, okay? Like I really like that bloke. And I want that friend back in our party, but hey, I feel like you know the way chaos kind of changes the world. And
I'm trying to role play as well as I can right here, but my sarcastic Scott is like, no, I wouldn't have any idea what you mean by that. And I'm just in my own head right now, like, no, don't do that.
Play it how you want. You have done a lot to kind of keep this group in line and lined up. You know, when whether we need to be outside of the area of danger or if we need to know what's coming. So I just want to let you know, everything I've learned over the last several years says, fucking hell, mate, get out of the way. This feels really big. And I guess do with that as you want, but I feel like we gotta dodge.
What do you mean we have to dodge?
Something's coming. Something big. We gotta go left or right. But we can't stay here.
In this town, the city.
It's just this moment. It feels really, really portentous. Like we gotta dodge left or right, but we can't just sit. It feels really big.
I know what you mean.
Okay. I'm gonna lean into your best guess because you've been doing a great job of leading us this far. So just tell me, do I go left or right?
Oh, back up a moment. You view me as the leader.
Right now? Sure.
Oh my. More responsibility than I was expecting.
Look, you know what I'm bringing. You know everything that I have put on the table. So yes, please tell me.
I don't have all the answers for you, Reginald. This is something, hopefully, something new. But it has always been my understanding that meddling with the powers that I channel always comes with some kind of price. Thus far, we have been extraordinarily fortunate. But I have been keeping my own eye on Cleo, and perhaps that price has been put into a what's it called when you like someone owes you money but you give them more time to pay it back? A lien?
I mean, an extended debt.
Yeah, an extension.
I believe that price may have been given an extension. I don't know what it will be. I don't know when it will be. But the powers do not forget. Sometimes, in very rare circumstances, they do forgive. And I am terrified to see what price they will ask of us. Whether or not we need to go left or right, the problem is that we are at a mountain that encompasses us. We can only wait and see what happens. And hope that the price it tries to get from us is not too great. I've told you before that I do not command the powers that are within me. I beg.
No.
I pay for it in my own blood. You've seen me do it multiple times now.
Yeah, but I watch you do it without ask. I'll follow through. And you will just follow.
Whoever's talking, I can barely hear you.
He will follow you bodily, and so as the prayer follows through to, I'm assuming, the right, but your character will nod and match to the direction of the train, and then I will follow accordingly.
And so this is a cool... Bradley, you don't mind if I throw some funky stuff in here real quick,
Not
right?
at all. Please.
Go for
I like
it.
to think that Sock has a book tucked under his arm as he talks about like the price that the powers always extract their toll, no matter how long it takes, no matter how much that is. And under his breath, as Reginald kind of turns away, Sock says, "Price will always be paid." And he holds that book out and holds it in front of him, and it says, "The history and the fall of the city of Calth." And then Sock looks up as Reginald walks away and says, "People don't simply come back. Sometimes they bring things with them."
Sometimes dead is better.
Well, I guess I accidentally fall into the how do we describe it? NPC update for I don't know. How do you want to describe it, Bradley? Players who are updating for the current situation.
I'm not sure what you're meaning.
I am in the NPC update mode for the zone that I'm in.
So you're still loading?
No, I don't have anything new to add. So
Okay.
my character is in NPC mode for whatever zone
Oh,
we are in.
you just mean that this interaction is over. Okay, I think we were all like, what the
Yeah.
hell is Brandon talking about?
I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I'm begging out. I
Sure.
was beat by Scott.
So is the conversations, or we'll just segue that out of it. You're standing there having the conversation as the camera's panning out of the room. You hear the conversation trailing off, and it moves on. Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
Yup.
So I have a question for. Are you ready to start running yours again, Brandon?
Oh shit! Really?
Or no? Well, no, I'm asking because this was a
now.
major part
Let's go.
getting Cleo back, but
Yeah, but
it's like, do I want to get into something that, like, if you're say you're ready, and then I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna throw a hook at y'all, and if you grab it, and it turns out to be another 8-9 weeks or more to finish up that arc, because I have no idea. Is like, do we want to do that, or are you to the point like, hey, I'm ready to jump back because this could be a good stopping point?
I have a lot of ideas for the new hook for the new chapter, but did you want to do anything with this hook of Cleo coming back?
I would say it'd be between you and Kate. One, do you have something ready to go to pick up like next weekend? Maybe?
I have lots to do. I need to talk to well, that's funny. I need to talk to Kate specifically because she said she had ideas of her character that we wanted to retool. But otherwise,
Well,
I
the
could
next one,
definitely retool the entire campaign
Okay.
and have stuff ready to go.
Okay, and the next one be like, Kate, you just got Cleo back, so it's like, hey, I want to have a chance to like play with my character again. Like, cool, got it back. Thanks. Don't get to play it now. I'm cool. Any direction we want to go. I just didn't want it to be a thing like Brandon. You were like, oh, cool, I'm ready to go again. But now
No,
we've got.
I don't want to
something-
rob. I don't want to rob any players of the opportunity to actually be present and go into the next arc. I will always, because of what I was researching earlier, have more stuff to go with for the Lost and Found campaign. So I could easily pick up within a week for everybody to play. I would need a little bit of time to talk with Kate because she said she wanted to kind of retool her character.
Yeah.
But past that, yeah, we could totally dive in.
Okay, then what
you
about
guys
you,
are
Kate?
good.
Could like say you just got your character back. If you want
Yeah,
some time to play for a while,
before session I would have been like, yeah, either way. But I haven't played Cleo in what 5 months, and I did miss him. He is a fun little boy to play.
Yeah.
I would not mind running an arc, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, if we're good to go for Lost and Found, that'd be cool too. So I'm easy. I'm easy either way. But I would love to play Cleo some more.
Oh.
okay. Or we could attempt to do it. I know it's not the most popular option, like we were talking about when we last time. Is like, cool, run a week or two on yours, jump back to mine for a week or two, then back and forth. Which I know sometimes it's like, oh, I want to finish an arc first, but at the same time, never knowing how it's going to go, especially the way I do it, because I don't prep anything except a week in advance because I don't know where y'all are going to take things.
I've gotten a couple asks to try to play the new Lost and Found campaign again. So I don't know where to try and launch it. But a lot of players have characters ready to go. And I can easily pick up from where they are. Everybody is going to pick up on Lost and Found with a new kind of home base. So everybody gets to talk about how they're building the new home ground. If that sounds fun to the players, then we can start there.
Okay. So, we'll. I mean, I just want to get that because we've only been going 2 hours, 40 minutes right now.
Yeah.
But before I was about to, if y'all were done, because I didn't know how long this little part would take. If y'all are kind of wrapping up here, I got something to throw at you. I just wanted to make sure before I open that up that it wasn't oh man, I was hoping I was going to run and, but again, Kate, me like, I just got my character. I want to play it. So we can continue this for a little bit as long as it's cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So anything else y'all want to do here at the castle?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you finally get kind of accustomed to your abilities, learn a little bit more about new things you can do. Your back is going to continually to be stiff because there's a rod there. There's not flexible vertebrae, but it's not going to impede you mechanically, but that's always going to be something that's an uncomfort or a discomfort.
Learn to stand up straight.
Yeah, you can stand up straight, no problem. It's that bending that's sometimes hard to do. You leave here and head back into town. We'll say over the next couple of months, you just have little odd jobs here and there. Actually, you get some more work with the watch. Inspector Muncie contacts you again here and there. Do some jobs for him that need to be a little bit more on the down low. And during these couple months, Moose, y'all lose. Sometimes while y'all stay in touch, you don't necessarily are always day in day out together, but you lose track of Moose a couple of times. That he's just gone. Moose, you wind up waking up naked in the forest.
I must be binge drinking again.
Fucking Moose.
Classic Moose.
This happens twice in the 2 months. And when you wake up, you're covered in blood, and there are
oh my god,
dead animals around you. Deer, and cattle.
Are you serious?
Oh man, how much did I have to drink last night?
You don't remember drinking. Do you relay any of this to everybody else, or do you kind of keep this to yourself?
What was the well, do I remember anything from the previous night at all, or is it just all blank?
You remember, of course, you drink most nights, but it's never a feeling
I like to frequent the bird cage.
Hammered kind of thing. Like you weren't binging when this has happened. You just remember nothing. It's like there's a blank, there's a gap in your memory, and it's for 3 days.
Interesting.
Each time this has happened twice now.
Okay, I'd say on the first time, I'm gonna just think, you know what, I just must have drank way more than I think that I did. That's weird, but the second time, I'm going. This happens twice. The second time, I'm probably gonna go talk to Sock.
And another strange thing too is your arms hurt immensely each time. like they're just sore, like you've been working out like all day, like you've done this stuff during training and stuff, like you are completely worn out.
Are they like more shredded than normal?
No, you don't see any kind of physical change like that, but it's just got that soreness, like in the shoulders, in the bend of the arm and stuff, and it's just got that ache, almost like you remember when we were teens, that the growing pains you would have, and just that ache, all throughout your arms.
Well, first of all, I'm never a man to squander an opportunity for some coin. I will bring the most valuable animal carcasses back with me.
They're not of value
butcher.
because you've pretty much, they're just mutilated.
Oh, never mind then.
Been ripped apart by his bare hands.
They've got, you can't tell if they've just been torn up. There's bite marks all over them. A large jagged mouth of some kind.
Okay.
And so you're untouched, other than you're covered in blood. You have no marks on you.
I return to the town. I find a change of clothes and the rest of my shit, and I seek out Sock wherever Sock may be found.
I don't know, where's he find you, Sock?
I think I've probably been during this time I've been doing either I've probably been trying to find anything to do with Reggie's condition.
Ouch.
Trying to narrow down what exactly could have happened, whether this be either demonic possession or if he has like a split personality that's psychotic or something like that.
Roll me percentile dice.
Ha ha.
91.
You have you've anything you've researched, all dead ends to anything that you think may be useful.
Shit.
Are you like hanging out at a library, or do you have a room that like you're going back to instead?
That percentile dice is something you usually like to do low, right?
In my head, I will give a base chance for something. Like, say, if I said 20% chance, it's going to be 1 to 20. It's a 75% chance, 1 to 75 kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, Sock is probably he's in Grishnak's personal like library where the forbidden section
y'all are back in town doing your own thing now. Y'all have
he's not letting me back in?
I mean, if you go back to the castle, y'all have gone back into town, and y'all have been doing like, nothing super dangerous, but low key like work for the Inspector Muncie.
Right.
Maybe some investigations here or there, taking care of some thugs that have found loopholes in the law or things like that. So y'all have been in town. This is over. While it's taken about 2 months, I'm kind of like,
so can I back up and can we back up 1 second? I want to do a funny scenario that I like popped into my head. It's like Sock's like cornered some ruffian and he's like, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? I can make you fall over with a sentence." "Oh yeah? What's the sentence?" "Moose, get him." I just thought that would be that's like a really funny scenario to me.
I'm imagining you like fucking Ash in Pokemon. You take your baseball cap, you turn it around. Moose, use grapple.
Submission.
Moose used submission hold. It was super effective.
Yeah, that's just kind of what I'm like imagining in my head when you say that we've been helping Inspector Muncie. It's just like, they say you're magic. Can you do a magic trick? I can make you fall asleep with a word. "Oh yeah? What's the word? Moose?" You just headlock him until he passes out.
Okay,
that's it. Your magic is just you say the word moose.
Get him.
Something happens.
To me, that's a hilarious scenario. It's like,
Maybe-
I could make this guy fall asleep with a word. That's completely within my power, but I don't want these guys to think I'm actually magic. That is a bad thing.
That's how you get the Inquisition to show up.
I would love for there to be a rumor floating around about some guy called the Moose Magician.
He's actually there's a guy, but he's actually two people. He speaks a word and he transforms into a hulking monster.
So,
It's
so
not
where does Moose
Reginald.
find you?
I'm in the library.
Like
All right,
the
where do I
town
find you?
library?
I'm also looking for trying to narrow down a copy of Magical Creatures and How to Kill Them the whole time too.
I thought you already got one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought you had already found one.
Oh, I'm reading that. And doing this. Well, I don't really need to read that. I assume Sock has already read it at some point, but he doesn't have it memorized.
Correct.
So,
where do you go for your meals, Sock? Do you come back to town and are you staying at an inn?
I'm getting meat pies from the crazy lady. No. Sock probably goes around town to different places, but he ends up at the same place every so often at the inn.
Okay. Yeah, Moose is gonna wait for you there. When he gets back to town, he's just gonna find a corner to sit in. He's just gonna wait for you to arrive, whatever time it is that you arrive there.
Yep, Sock will casually stroll in at about 7 p.m. and he sees Moose and he comes over and says, "Moose, my friend, it's that time of month again. It's
There's
time for you to party hard and get very drunk."
I would just like you to know there's already a lot of ales in front of Moose because he's been sitting here waiting for you since he got into town this morning.
Oh, you remembered?
Oh, they're all empty, but I'll wave over a barmaid to bring some fresh booze. Sock, I have something very important that I need to ask you.
I'm all ears.
All right.
Will you marry me?
Will you swear to me that if I ever get out of hand, you will put me down without a second thought?
I can't promise that. Because there would be many, many thoughts.
All right. Would you, if I proved to lose control of myself, put me down for the greater good?
Always.
Excellent. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to take a real big drink of this ale, slam it down on the table. I think I've contracted Reggie disease.
Oh, that's Sock actually gets scared, nervous for a second, not like noticeably, but he's like, "Oh no, did my looking into Reginald's condition cause this somehow?"
Well, I don't know. And
No, that's just what Sock's thinking. He's just like,
Okay.
"Oh shit, did I somehow like call to it?"
So I'm going to tell
The
you.
second one all jacked up.
Oh shit. You did this to me.
You did this to me.
You put I'm like the pregnant wife. You put this monster inside me. But no, I'll tell you about the first time, and I just assumed I must have just gotten really drunk and just went on a crazy bender.
I'm pretty sure that I let you all accept this, and now you are sitting in a kind of acceptance mode of, oh no, I now have Reggie.
Reggie-itis.
Yes. Where you have now accepted that you have accepted the view of a beach where you will now die.
Does Reggie happen to show up to this inn at
So
any point, by the
profound.
way?
Nah, I was just happy sitting back and listening to you guys.
The next time I see Reginald, he's getting punched in the face.
Oh no! Oh no! My
If it matters to
horrible.
you, I don't believe his condition is contagious, which means you can't catch it from him.
Well then,
I thought about it for a second. I was like, he doesn't know what contagious means.
let's find out.
Look how far.
Oh shit!
Look how far Moose is from me right now. I could just sit back and have a beer.
I woke up one day, and then
look at him! Look at him! He's kind
just
of
this morning.
sad. He's getting a little bit sad. Oh, look at him! Oh,
Look at him! He's getting so sad.
Hang on, where's my? I gotta roll for this.
See if you rage and beat the shit out of Reggie.
Where are you, Reginald?
I can
roll
smell
stealth. Roll stealth.
Oh no! Oh, he's so sad. Oh,
He walks into the bar. Smells like bitch in here.
So sorry. Oh, look at him, crying a little bit.
You gonna roll for stealth, or am I gonna just roll to punch you?
Oh, fuck you! I'm not rolling for anything.
All right. It's
Oh, look at that. Ooh.
Why are we getting into a fight? I'm lost.
I'm sorry. I'm
He's trying to punch me.
Is this happening? You see, no, he like bludgeons the shit out of Reggie, and then as the camera, all of a sudden, the change in his Moose, that was what was in his head going on, and then he's just still sitting there talking to you. So.
Yeah, in my head, I'm just beating the shit out of Reggie, but I'm sitting there with you, Sock, and I woke up this morning. Same thing.
That man is huge and so pissed off. Wow.
Naked in the forest, surrounded by mutilated dead animals.
He's just gonna punch the hell out of that tree.
And I think the reason I think that I've contracted Reggie disease is because I can hear his annoying fucking voice in my mind this entire time that I've been speaking with you.
I'm right there. I'm just talking into your ear.
What are you doing, Brandon?
I will inform our little band that how would you like to go about this? Would you prefer never to be alone, or
I would like to be shackled and chained in a very secure location, and I would like for preferably yourself and anyone else that you wish to be present to make sure that I do not get out. If what I think is happening is happening.
Hey, Bradley,
you really want me to be there and to just punch straight up through your sinus?
Hey, Bradley.
Yeah.
Scott, am assuming that this is probably like too broad to try and narrow down immediately with like an Arcana check or something, or a religion check or whatever, because I don't have enough info. Is that about right? Or could I actually make an attempt at this?
For what he said, he just said he woke up in the. Did you give him details? I don't know if it's Brandon saying shit and distracting, or did you give him how you woke up in the condition?
Yeah, I repeat exactly what you said to me about like I woke up, I'm covered in blood. There's mutilated animals all around me and all that. Yeah,
or you don't tell him about once?
No, I tell him that the first time I just assumed that I went on a crazy bender, but it happened a second time, and I also don't remember any details, which seems very weird to me and very Reggie-like.
I will definitely show up for the second time, but I will let the first time go free.
First time what?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Without just take off the bonus.
Just take off. Oh yeah.
Because that's only for casting.
Yeah.
Did I ever find
18?
No, sorry, 16. So because you've been studying your book recently a bunch too, and you just happen to have been perusing through the sections of lycanthropy, and that's what it sounds like. If you were to make a guess, what kind of condition, him losing track of, he's got memory gaps. It's happened twice in basically once a month. It's happened. You start questioning him about like, okay, well, when did it happen? Trying to narrow down days or the week it happened, and it seems like it's coinciding on the full moon. So you're getting that vibe. And of course, the most common that all the stories are of wolves.
We never did go to that family's mill, did we?
No.
Nope.
So as far as you know, unless he's done something while he's been alone, you don't recall even seeing any wolves since you entered the city months ago.
Right. I'm Sock's thinking back to that
now you heard
theory
wolves.
we actually had in like the first 3 sessions where that family had a bunch of statues of dog heads wearing armor.
And then there was also like when you traveled to the to get where the staff and the crown and all the rod and so were, you heard wolves encroaching on your camp every night, but then there would be a howl way off in the distance that seemed to back them all off, but you never saw one other than the glow of their eyes from the campfire.
Well, I suppose we have to go, unfortunately, wolf hunting. I suspect that mill may be a good place to start as well. We never did go. We do own the deed for it. Did we ever did we ever find a buyer for the house?
Nope.
No.
Like in these months?
I don't know. Well, you had first tried to get it the clerk to sell them. Like they're like, we don't sell things. I can just authenticate and transfer titles. But as far as I know, unless I'm forgetting something, you never tried to list it to sell it or anything.
No. Could that be something that Max you've done in these months? Jack?
Yes.
What have you been trying to find a buyer for our house deed in these last several months?
Sure, I could do that.
Now, could we fence it through his contact if possible? If we can't find anyone else, can we just like sell it for
the guy
cheap?
that like scammed him hardcore? That guy.
Yeah.
Sure, you could take it to him.
Okay, I was just wondering. Like, I'd prefer to do this the normal, legal way first, but the laws of man are not.
We tried it the normal, legal way.
Well, we could try it for another month. Jeez.
Yeah, you've been out, so it could be listed. So Max, roll me a percentile dice. Let's see how lucky
that's the kind of person that doesn't sell something the first time and immediately tries to fence it. Oh, we tried to sell a house for one day, it didn't sell. Better fucking illegal that shit.
Sure. Yeah, you find a buyer. I will work out money for that at another point. But yeah, you've if you want to sell it, you all have sold that deed. Now, is it just for the house or for the mill as well?
Honestly, all things considered, we'd have probably sold the mill at this point. Now Sock's like kicking himself, like, God damn it. Now I'm probably gotta go back to that stupid mill.
Roll me a history check, Sock. The only other thing, because the more you think about it, with wolves, you're like you do recall other creatures that can cause lycanthropy too. And while they're not predominantly covered, you go back through the book checking. The next seems the most common would be rats. There's a couple mentions of bears.
A bear? A werebear? You're turning into a druid.
And speaking of that, there are references to the term druid that while not lycanthropy, it's very similar, but they were more tribal type leaders of earlier and more barbaric tribes, not necessarily barbarian tribes, but that had the ability to assume the form of animals. Of course, assuming through warp transformation and something, but was not while related, not the same. And while pursuing that, it kind of dawns on you, because the tales of those, when they would change shape, they still were more large, like a human, or larger. They wouldn't shrink like the ones for rats and lycanthropy wouldn't shrink to be the size of a foot long rat. They would be a giant version. Man. And then it kind of dawns on you that the bat that y'all fought was a very large creature like that. Its proportions seem to have that humanoid type figure to it as you think about it. And that multiple of you were bitten by it.
God damn it.
If you're saying anything, you're muted or something.
No, I'm thinking. The brain box is doing its thing.
Didn't Curse turn into a werebear?
No.
Well, it's what the audience has seen it through cutscenes. You've seen that.
Oh, we still haven't seen the world famous L in concert.
Yeah, let's just dive in. Everybody.
It's gonna be Monster Party.
Is there anything about a either a treatment or a full cure, or perhaps there is a way to mentally conquer such a thing and turn it to your advantage?
No, we're just gonna learn and earn it.
Well, from your book, no, because this is a Inquisition viewpoint written. The cure for it is purged through fire.
Yeah. As soon as you said the Inquisition's point of view, you didn't need to finish the rest of the sentence. I knew where that was going.
Yeah, maybe some other heretical texts would talk about harnessing it for use against, fire with fire kind of thing, but not. This is more of a how to find monsters and kill them.
Right. Fantastic. This is just what we needed in our life, Speaking of which, tonight is not the full moon. I will be dealing with this tomorrow. Tonight, I am religiously required to get hammered.
I hold up a toast to cheers you.
Oh, let's see. Let me check something. Sock pulls out like a small little notebook, and I need to roll. I'm gonna roll a d4 real quick. We'll do it in alphabetical. That's 3. Hold on. Shoot. What do I even do about that? That's a 3.
Is this like
I think
boys' night? Is this like a regularly scheduled Friday night bender?
for Sock it is, yeah. I believe I said that once a month Sock. Is it once a month or was it once a week?
You said once a month.
Once a month Sock like hardcore indulges in stuff to make sure that he is in line with with his religious belief. And tonight is number 3. I did it in alphabetical order and rolled the dice. This is Slanesh night.
Nice.
So Sock has to try and Sock has to try and make a Sock has to try and make a he has to try and get laid tonight. He has to at least try. He doesn't have to succeed.
I'm sure
But he
there's
has to
not.
make
There are plenty of ladies of the evening.
Moose is gonna be your wingman tonight.
Yeah, I'm showing up for boys' night. I'm not missing this.
No, it's not the same if you pay for it. It has to be the art of seduction, which Sock is. We'll see how good at that he is.
Give me a seduction roll then.
Or when we're going to boys' night.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing it. Can I assist him with his seduction roll, or can I make my own seduction roll?
Do you want
seducing
the
Moose?
mountain man assisting you?
Yes. No, Sock's also getting smashed. He's not getting as smashed as he normally would, but he's going to be pretty slovenly by the end of this.
Okay, so Nick, give me just a charisma check.
A charisma check.
Yeah, I want to see like how well you do to help him. Okay, so when you make your check, Sock, it will be at disadvantage.
Oh.
Your
Okay.
chosen target was not enamored with your wingman, and was a bit intimidated.
That's okay.
And worried that maybe if she went alone with you, she might not come back.
Wow, I'm like the last person in this party that somebody would like die with. All right,
I
cool.
take
Let's do
offense
it.
to that statement.
Shut up, Mister. I throw dead hands at guards.
They deserve it. Fight me.
When he says he throws hands, he means it.
Hey,
Yeah, little bitch.
disadvantage
Okay,
can
so,
suck my
yeah,
balls.
yeah, even with the off-putting of the wingman, you managed to charm her.
Sock's got the moves. He's got the schmoves, man.
Like Jagger.
It's called Riz, Scott.
He does have the riz. Yeah, that's what the kids are saying these days, right?
That is what the kids are saying these days.
Sock's got the riz. Y'all didn't know it. Nobody knew. Sock's work is too important to get laid most of the time, but unfortunately, this is work. So yeah, Sock will find he'll find somebody out there and like recount his tales of how he's worked with Count Grishnak and is personally friends with him and showing off and all this other stuff, and he'll sit down and listen to their woes for a while or things that they want to talk about, and then he turns and they start going up to an inn room, and he turns around and looks at Moose, Orin, and Cleo, and just there's a wink in there. I'll be back in a few hours. And then he comes back a few
What
hours
little
later.
bastard.
What?
What a few hours. Jeez.
All right,
Go on,
my
go on.
turn. My turn.
And
All
then
right,
the next morning, he
can
has to
do
get
it.
the flagellant whip to punish himself. What's Moose doing?
I went in alphabetical order. If it would have been if I would have rolled a 1, that would have been Corn, which means I'd have to get into a fight with somebody. I'd have to start a bar fight.
Okay,
I
so
figured
here's
you'd
what I want
enjoy
to know.
that,
Hang on
Bradley.
just a second, Moose. Okay, so Corn, you're getting in a fight. That makes sense. Lanesh, you're getting laid. That makes sense. Or you could go, alcohol or drug bender works also, the excess. What's Nurgle?
I don't know. I have to go I have to drink so hard that I wake up sick in the morning. Like really, really sick.
Yeah.
Like not regular hungover, like I'm indisposed for the next 48 hours hungover.
You have to
he's
debase
embracing the
yourself and
poison.
involve and get it mixed into scat play.
Ew, I'm not doing that, dude. Hell
It's
no. We
Nurgle.
ain't going that hard.
Okay,
But I
what
will
about Zinch?
definitely
He'll pull
I have to
pranks.
try and get someone else laid.
And then when you're successful, mess it up for him.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Okay,
And I have to
Moose,
do it without them realizing it was me.
what are you doing?
Or at least make the attempt. It doesn't matter if Sock succeeds. All that matters is that he's made the attempt. But if he does succeed, he has to follow through. It is not a, I've succeeded, now I can back off and the powers are happy with me. No, the follow through is important.
So what's Moose doing?
Well, after Sock is successful, Moose is going to follow his lead, and he's going to try and find somebody as well. And if Sock is doing it, Moose is doing it.
Damn.
You give me a charisma check.
Yep.
Or a
All right, I'm ready
persuasion.
to-
You could do a persuasion if it should be. I doubt you're proficient in it. Are you going
I'm
to
not
intimidate
Oh,
somebody?
I am proficient in persuasion.
You are?
I'm proficient in both persuasion and intimidation.
Your choice. Do you want to try to charm them or scare them?
I want to persuade.
Sure. Kind of a. Most of your attempts throughout the night with the really really attractive women aren't working too well, but you do manage to get one that like she's not a looker, but she's
done worse.
She's got a nice personality.
And in the tribe of the Moose, personality makes up for a lot.
That's probably a wise philosophy to go with, to have for yourself.
I will see you all when I see you all, and I will leave with my companion.
Can I make a quick joke here at Moose's expense?
Of course.
I like to
for
think
it.
that Sock comes back like 3 hours later, all sweaty, super tired, and Moose has been back for 2.5 hours already. He was gone for like 15 minutes.
I don't know, man. Moose has some great constitution.
Like, that son of a bitch ratted me out. He made me the butt of a joke.
You know what? How much do I beat Sock by with that roll?
With a what are you trying to do?
Well, athletics. I was kind of thinking like
Silvery barbs.
How long does he last?
For
Who
performance?
lasts the longest?
Well, you rolled a nat 20, so that's a 27.
Oh my god. That poor woman.
Silvery barbs.
You weren't there for that.
He's peeking through your door.
I'm like, Moose like he's in his room and I'm walking by and I'm like, oh no, silver bar.
Well, that makes sense too, because it is Slanesh night, so you being a peeping Tom would fit too.
I'm not peeping Tom, I'm doing it under the door. I'm not gonna look it on this man.
How are you gonna peek under the door?
It's Slanesh. You would probably want to help. But anyway.
That would be true, but this is funny.
So you everybody enjoys their evening. Now, do you share the information that you kind of think about him being a contracted lycanthropy, or do you
Not
keep
today.
that to yourself? Okay.
That will be tomorrow. I am busy. I'm busy making sure that my gods are not too upset with me. And today happens to be the day when I have to make sure that Slanesh isn't gonna absolutely screw me over the next time I need a nat 20. That's what this is essentially, Bradley. This is Sock's way of making sure that he knows that the powers don't particularly like him, but he's making sure that they don't hate him.
And this is Moose just participating. He likes what you're all about. He's enjoying your religion, and he's thinking of supporting it in his own way.
Okay. Well, you finish your debaucherous night, and before daylight hits, there's knock at each of your doors wherever you respectively are. You're woken up, and a note is slid under the door. As you get up and read it, each of you've been requested to meet in the east ending area of town at a kind of a rundown tenement area.
I will elaborate on the way there about our possible condition. And Moose, do you mind if Sock fully names you? He'll ask, Moose, would you mind if I used you as an example of what may be happening to us, or just to you?
I believe whatever you think is best, you should do.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
I place my giant hand on your shoulder. Zoc, I trust you. Which is not something I would ever have previously imagined me saying to a member, or in this case, former member of the Inquisition.
Oh, you're finally done calling me the butcher, then?
You're still a butcher, but you're a good one, I think.
I like to think it's like, in Moose's head, he's like, oh no, he's still a butcher. He's just butchering for the right things.
Exactly. You're like, there's you're the kind of butcher that I go to get my daily meats from.
I'll make sure I give you your meat.
I'm sweating.
Especially if he thinks that I'm going to eat him.
Okay. Cleo, I haven't actually spoken with you very much yet. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. I guess I'd trust you more than most people still. If Scab still trusts you, I mostly still trust you. Isn't that right, Scab? Exactly. If it matters to you at all, Cleo, I've come to trust Scab quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, it sounded like she was quite the trooper while I was gone.
Did we tell you about the honey man?
Not in explicit detail, no.
Scab was our most valuable player. We had to invade the home of some very nefarious man, and as he was about to escape into a portal of the unknown, Scab tore his throat out. That's a good girl, isn't it? I'll give Scab a drumstick. I don't know where I got it from, I just have it.
Pocket drumstick.
Pocket drumstick.
Pocket drumstick.
Yeah, damn, that's quite the feat.
Wasn't there something else? Scab finished off the basilisk, right?
When the honeyman
Scab
tried
almost
to
died to the
portal
basilisk.
out. Yeah.
Oh wait, wasn't there another big enemy that Scab finished off? That wasn't the honeyman?
Did Scab finish the honeyman? I know that something
When he
screwed
tried
up
to-
his stuff and he got cut in half.
When he tried to portal out, she crit, and it did just enough damage to kill him.
And he got cut in half by his own portal because he couldn't make it through.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like there was something else that Scab killed that was really important, and I'm just drawing a blank on it now.
She got hella crits on the basilisk, I think. I don't know if
Yeah.
she killed it though.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the basilisk almost fucking ate you in half.
Okay, so you travel along in pre-dawn light, make it to East Endings, and the gray light of dawn breaks through the dismal sludge of the air of East Endings, barely beginning to illuminate the broken cobbled streets from between ancient tenements that seem to sag against each other as if in exhaustion, and whose windows look like the blank soulless eyes. It's a domain where the lost and the defeated, and the last place you'd choose to be at any hour, especially this one. A large black sewer rat scurries through one of the many puddles and effluvia that gather among the cobbles, and it runs for cover at your approach. The early morning air is chill, but the cloudless sky promises to bring an oppressively hot day, especially here among the tall buildings and narrow alleys where a decent breeze can't even be reached. At least with the morning chill, the reek of the streets and those that live upon them hasn't yet set in for the day. Trudging through your ubiquitous puddles and potholes, you see your destination ahead. Among the darkened structures of rotten fences that make up the alley stands one small hovel from which lamplights burn. The distinctive red rope of the Office of the Watch cordons off the door. It's a crime scene, and the familiar figure of one of the watch officers stands in the doorway illuminated by the lamp within. The figure is Inspector Hogan Muncie, a detective of the watch and an acquaintance from the past several months. You can't say that you know him well, but your paths have crossed in your personal circles and developed into, if not exactly a friendship, at least something of mutual respect. He's the reason that you gathered in this godforsaken place, or this forsaken, they're not going to mention gods, in this forsaken hour in this forsaken street. The constable of the watch that roused you from your slumber an hour ago simply said that Inspector Muncie had requested your assistance, or that's what the note said. You gathered your gear and came as quickly as you were able. He then escorted you you made your way to the benighted slums in East Ending and left you to continue on your own a block back. It seems that your meeting with the good inspector is to be private. Inspector Muncie lights his pipe and steps out into the street to intercept you before you get a chance to glance in the doorway behind him. He looks the part of the quintessential watch inspector, as he has every time you've seen him, from his regulation mustache and sideburns to his tweed jacket and pants to his long coat from whose pocket a tiny watch shield is suspended, to his city-issued square-toed leather bogans. Even the brown bowler atop his head screams official business. However professional as his demeanor is, his eyes look tired and his face a bit pallid. At your approach, Muncie retrieves a small wax tablet from his coat pocket and clears his throat as he views his notes. Let's see. The deceased is one William Hughes, approximately age 70. At the time of death, Old Bill, to the few people around here who knew him. He was a tinker by trade, though I get the idea he hadn't done much business in a long time and mainly lived off the bread lines in charity houses. Didn't get out much, but didn't have any friends as far as we know. Bill's body was discovered about 3 hours ago by a pair of street sweepers making their nightly rounds. They noticed that the residence was lit with the front door standing open, something no one in their right mind would do in the middle of the night here in East Ending. The sweepers found the deceased inside and immediately ran to the nearest watch station 7 blocks from here to report the crime. The constables immediately cordoned off the area and called me. No one has been in or out since then other than me, and what I found prompted me to call you. Before you go in, I must warn you, the scene is shocking to say the least. And he steps out of the doorway.
I'll walk in first.
What is everybody else doing?
Moose follows.
Going in.
Yep.
Going in.
Yeah. Inside the hovel looks like the site of a massacre. The entire room, the entry room is small and doubles as both a sitting room and a kitchen. A door leads into a small bedroom. A small table sits next to the bedroom door, and it holds a lamp that was it looks like it was set there before Bill was killed, though the wick is burned down to about the point it's about to go out. It's obviously been here for several hours, and the window next to the front door has been broken out, and the glass shards lie on the floor of the hovel alongside a cobble clearly taken out of the street, confirming that it was broken from the street side and likely served as the murder's point of entry, since the front door does have a perfectly serviceable bolt in it. Old Bill himself, still in his night clothes, lies gruesomely dismembered in the center of the floor in a pool of gore. He was clearly the victim of many of his own tinker knives and tools at the hand of someone who bore him great animosity. The blood-stained tools themselves lie scattered about the room as if they were thrown away in anger after they were used. Only the upper portion of the old man's face and his staring open eyes were spared the villain's brutality, perhaps to better see and appreciate the killer's handiwork. It seems the semi-congealed blood on the floor and the corpse confirm that the murder occurred within the last few hours, sometime after nightfall last eve.
That wasn't a full moon, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Moose did it.
Just sort of like, want to get that out of the way before we get into this.
Listen, Moose got up to some debauchery last night, but not this kind.
Just wanted. I had to make sure. Had to be sure, man.
Well,
would this be a good stopping point too?
Sure. I just didn't know what if I was about to wrap it up, but I just didn't know if is there anything if y'all wanted to go on a little bit more or not.
I mean, I'm fine if we want to collect a little information here and then call it a night, or if we want to just call it a night and then come back and pick up right here. I'm good with that too.
It's we've been at it 3.5 hours, so up to y'all.
Anybody want to go or need to go?
Not in a few minutes.
we can play this out.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna look for symbols carved into the wall, the floors, the flesh, the clothes.
Other than the dismemberment and the broken window, it doesn't appear to be ransacked in any way. You probably guess that the breaking glass is what roused this man from his slumber. I'd say he's still wearing the full bed shirt, like Ebony. If you watch Scrooge, he's got that big white nightgown type thing on.
Does he have the little hat with the ball on the end?
Yes, it's laying nearby. It's still on the top half of his head.
Okay.
So it doesn't appear to be a robbery of sorts. Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, I put mine just out there.
That's fine.
My bad. I almost always do. I forget the tower exists.
Usually if you double click it, it should automatically roll on the tower. Now if you drag it and drop it, I don't think it does. So everybody except Orin and Moose.
Shocking.
Yeah.
We're probably just talking about cool shit, off in the corner.
You telling me the two combat junkies don't have insane perception skills?
I know. I'm
Yeah.
let you down.
So the ones that do notice, one piece of evidence seems to be there's a bloody footprint leading from the body to the door.
Like the exit?
Yes, but the disturbing thing that crosses your mind as you look at this, it looks like the bare footprint of a small child. You would guess no more than 6 years old from the size of it.
Teeny, tiny footprint.
Perhaps a house goblin.
I have seen those around.
Are you serious? There's goblins here.
Can never be too sure.
That does not answer the question I asked. I'm gonna insight check.
I shrug mysteriously.
I'm insight checking you.
Mysteriously.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
She's full of shit about goblins.
No, he doesn't.
Damn it.
Look at that deception.
This place is infested with goblins.
Could be anywhere.
Muncie he's standing there at the doorway watching. He sees the ones of y'all have clearly seen the footprint and hears that about goblins and kind of shakes his head. You never know. He says, sure, this murder is brutal and gruesome, but I served as an officer of the watch more than 20 years ago. Even then, the most stomach-churning crime scenes are nothing new to me. Inspector Muncie's eyes take on a haunted cast. But this footprint, a child capable of doing this, that's unusual even for this city. But even this wouldn't be such a shock that I thought maybe outside assistance wouldn't be of benefit except for what I'm about to tell you. This isn't the first time I've seen a crime scene where a brutal murderer appeared to have been a small child. It's actually the second time. The first was 20 years ago when I was just a green constable. I was involved in a murder investigation then, and at the time, it appeared that the culprit was likely a small child. The evidence seemed too ludicrous for the watch to seriously consider that possibility. So the case was closed and given probable, and he does air quotes, official explanation before being quickly brushed under the rug. But for all these years, I've wondered what could have happened in that murder. And now to see this, I can't help but be reminded of that earlier crime and the unsatisfactory conclusion that the watch came to on it. So that's why I've summoned you here. 2 decades have passed since the earlier murder was hushed up, so I know the killer can't possibly be the same one that offed old Bill here, Hugh. But the similarities are uncanny, and I want a fresh take on this one before the department gets a hold of it and decides it too needs to be closed and given a plausible explanation. And that's where you come in. I know you've got some special talents and skills that maybe aren't found in a particular member of the watch, and you can operate outside the official channels to try and get to the bottom of this. I've been placed in charge of this investigation, so I can give you 48 hours before the watch starts digging in earnest. So you'll have an undisturbed head start for any official interference could be cooked up. I'll pull strings to keep you out of any trouble with the watch, though obviously don't start wrecking the town or roughing up witnesses. Do what you have to do within reasonable limits, of course, to get this solved. I want to know who did this, the why, and the how. I'm not letting this one slip through my fingers like the other one did, and I can't really trust anyone other than you with it. I'll draw the watch stipend. You'll draw the watch stipend while you do the work, and I can see to it that you get any mundane supplies that you may need. Though I'll have to go through official inquisition or requisition, channels, not inquisition yet.
Start sweating
Like,
immediately.
whoops. So probably the less you ask for, the better. Well, that's about it, he says as he looks out. The sky is now growing pink with the arrival of first light. I think it's time for me to take a lunch break. You gentlefolk better get back to it, he says with a grim smile. Inspector Muncie places his bowler firmly upon his head, his nearly bald pat, and steps out of the front door before striding down the street, whistling a chipper tune, jarringly discordant with the gruesome crime scene he just left. It looks like the investigation is yours. Everybody give me an insight check.
About to say that guy is this is just another Tuesday for that guy.
So everyone except Max and Cleo and Oren, sorry. So
God damn it.
Wait, why did Cleo roll 2?
Undead powers.
Magical powers. Yeah, I don't know why I dropped dice.
It's magic. I ain't got to explain shit.
So I'll go for actually it looks like just Moose. Unless Reggie's here to roll. He seems much more disturbed by this than what he's letting on.
Okay.
Like maybe he hadn't completely been 100% with this, but he's not like he's necessarily hiding, but this has him really spooked and upset.
Of course. Otherwise, he definitely wouldn't have asked us to look into it. He'd have just handled it himself.
And so with that, we'll call it a night. Because then we'll pick up with a
murder mystery.
Yep. Maybe something a little different.
Yeah. Before we call it quits right there at the end, I just want to. Moose wants to say something of that insight he just made. Something has the inspector far more spooked than he lets on.
Couldn't be the dead body here, could it?
No, surely not.
Surely not.
That's basically it. That's all I wanted to say. Without dragging this out into a whole nother like 10 to 20 minutes.
Cool. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone who hung out with us tonight. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the raids, follows, all the good things. We will pick this up, I guess, next weekend to see how this investigation goes. And be sure to hang out with us Tuesday midnight Central for Kelsto's game as he runs us through once more around the bend. Thank you for the follow there. And if you'll hang on through the credits, I will find us someone to raid and pass on the love. Otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. Night.
Night, everyone.
See you next week.
Good night, everybody.